were able to actually go over the material that I sent today? Very nice. Okay. But not so many. All right. So can I, and I also sent you some questions. So were you able to answer the questions? I'm assuming, yes. So can I ask you quickly a few questions? We won't spend much time, but when I ask a question, you just raise your hand, and then I will call on you. Okay. Why is Shastra Pramana course required for the beginners? Who would like to answer? And please, you can turn on your cameras. That is helpful. We can be more interactive. And please give the answers from the material that I sent. Okay? Yes, Vatsala Mataji. Unmute Mataji. Not able to unmute. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Mataji.
To understand our position in this material world and do pure devotional service to Krishna.
For the beginners?
To know about God, our laukika world and alaukika world. The material world, we always ask questions, who is God? Why am I learning Sastras? What is my position here? What is my goal of my life? So we want to understand all that. I think through that, Sastra courses are really guiding us to know about Krishna and ourselves. The spirit soul wants to know what is our position in this world. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So for the beginners, how is it helpful? We can understand what is my position in this world. And also, first of all, when you'll get faith in Shastra. By doing this course, you'll get faith in Shastra. And then what is to be done and what is not to be done in this world. You will understand that, and you'll know where to get your knowledge from. The source of your knowledge is Shastra. And also, why I have to do bhakti, what is the goal of life. So this also we can understand. For the beginners, this is how Shastra Pramana course is helpful. Okay, now you can put your hands down. And why is Shastra Pramana course important for those who have been practicing Krishna consciousness for many years? Priya Agarwal, Mataji. Priyal Agarwal. You'll have to unmute.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
So Mataji, for devotees who have been practicing since a long time, they require more faith in the Shastras, because we have our 6 Goswamis, and the principal Goswami is Srila Rupa Goswami, and he has given us Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. So in this, he has given that the goal of life is pure devotional service. And for pure devotional service, we require Purna Sharanagati. And for Purna Sharanagati, we require Drid Shraddha. Drid Shraddha in what? In Krishna consciousness. And for that, we have to believe the conclusion of the Shastras, that that the Supreme Lord is Krishna, and we are eternal servant, and we are there to we have to do loving devotional service unto Krishna. And that is for believing in Shastras, we have to believe in the conclusion of Shastras, and then we will be able to develop.
No. For believing in conclusion of Shastra, you have to believe in Shastra.
Yes, sorry, Mataji. For believing in the conclusion of Shastras, we have to believe in the authority of Shastras, and then we will be able to develop Drid Shraddha, Purna Sharanagati, and pure devotional service. So that's why by learning about Shastra Pramanam, we will be able to believe in Shastras, the authority of Shastras.
Very good. So that is the goal of life. So for all devotees, the goal is to become pure devotees, to enter into pure devotional service. So when we do Shastra Pramanam course, we will get belief in Shastras, and step by step, gradually, that will lead us to Purna Sharana, Dhrida Shraddha, Purna Sharanagati, and ultimately to Shuddha Bhakti. Very nice. Thank you. So now you can put your hands down. Tell me, what is jnanam?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Mataji, one Mataji putting comment, Vatsala Ashok, make it simple. Anjali.
Acha, don't ask so many questions, huh? Okay. Okay, looks like all of you have understood. So maybe should I just give the summary? I thought I'll just make it interactive for all of you, but we also have to cover the material. So I'll quickly share my screen. I will give you a summary, or I'll just tell you in summary what we did yesterday, just to save time. Okay, please put your hands down. So how did we start yesterday? That we need jnanam, we need knowledge. To do any type of activity in this world, we need knowledge. Huh? What type of activity? Any activity within this world, for all types of dealings within this world, and also outside this universe, outside this creation. That means in the spiritual world, about the creator. Any for any type of dealings with the Supreme Lord, you need knowledge. Then what did we see? So you need knowledge for all type of activity. Then how many types of knowledge is there? We said there is 2 types. Yes, there is Anubhava Jnanam and Smriti Jnanam. And from Anubhava you get Samskaras. From Samskaras you get Smriti Jnanam. Okay. And then we saw this Anubhava Jnanam can be attained. You know what? I'll just share this. Whiteboard. Okay. This is Jnanam. And Jnanam is, we have Anubhava Jnanam and Smriti Jnanam. How is Smriti Jnanam coming? Smriti Jnanam is coming from samskaras. When there is Udbodhakam, then the samskaras are producing Smriti Jnanam. Then where are the samskaras coming from? The samskaras are coming from Anubhava. Samskaras are coming from Anubhava. Okay. We said in the first fraction of second of Anubhava, in the first fraction of the second, you get Anubhava, and in the second fraction, you get Samskara. And from these Samskaras, when there is Udbodhakam, from the Samskara, Smriti Jnanam is produced. Okay. Now, the source for Smriti Jnanam is also Anubhava. Anubhava Jnanam is, we said, of 2 types. You have Yathartha Anubhava and Ayathartha Anubhava. Okay. Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam and Ayathartha Anubhava Jnanam. Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam means to understand a thing for what it is. That means when you see a rope, you understand it as rope. You get knowledge that it is rope. Not that you get knowledge that it is snake. By seeing a rope, if you understand it is rope, that means you are seeing ropeness in rope. Okay. Then that is called Yathartha Anubhavam. But by seeing a rope, if you get knowledge of snakeness, right? Snakeness in rope, that means it is Ayathartha Anubhavam. Now, to do all activities, what do we need? Do we need Yathartha Anubhavam or Ayathartha Anubhavam? Yathartha Anubhavam. So, Yathartha Anubhavam is also known as Prama. Okay. And Yathartha Anubhavam is also called Vastava Jnanam. Yathartha Jnanam. Okay, this is Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam. Okay, Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam And Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam will give you Yathartha Smriti Jnanam. Okay, this is Smriti Jnanam. Anyway, Yathartha Smriti Jnanam. This is Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam will give you Yathartha Smriti Jnanam. And if the Anubhava is Ayathartha, if the Anubhava is Ayathartha means you're not getting knowledge as it is, then that will produce Ayathartha Samskaras and it will give you Ayathartha Smriti Jnanam. Okay? So now, because Smriti Jnanam is also rooted in Anubhava Jnanam, now we have to find out where do we get this Anubhava Jnanam, and in that also we want Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam only. We don't want Ayathartha Anubhava Jnanam. So Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam is again of 10 types. Pratyaksha Jnanam, this is Anumiti Jnanam actually. These are Jnanam, okay? So Anumiti Jnanam, okay? So Pratyaksha Jnanam, Anumiti Jnanam, this is Shabda Jnanam, then Upamiti Jnanam, like that. This is Upamiti. Like this, we saw there are 10 types of Jnanam. So now the next question is, okay, here what we concluded here is, in this entire creation, knowledge can be gotten only, or there is, okay, one more step, let me say. So this Pratyaksha Jnanam is produced by what? What is the cause for this Pratyaksha Jnanam? Pratyaksha Pramanam. Okay. The cause for Anumiti Jnanam is Anumana Pramanam. The cause for Shabda Bodha or Shabda Jnanam is Shabda Pramanam. Shabda Pramanam. Shabda Pramanam. Mataji, you are raising your hand. Bhavna. Mataji.
Mataji, can you please explain the Arthapati presumption? Any example?
I will go into the details. Still, now that's the next step. We will be discussing each of these 10 pramanas in detail now. I'm just listing them. Okay. Yeah, that will come. All right. So next is, so we said this Pratyaksha Jnanam is coming from Pratyaksha Pramanam. Anumiti Jnanam, the cause for Anumiti Jnanam is Anumana Pramanam. Cause for Shabda Jnanam is Shabda Pramanam. Like this, you have 10 pramanas producing Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam. Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam is produced in 10 different ways. So these 10 different ways are called 10 pramanas. Okay? Pratyaksha Pramana, Anumana Pramana, Shabda Pramana, Upamana Pramana. Like this, we have 10 pramanas. Okay? There are only 10 ways. In this entire creation, there are only 10 ways to gain knowledge. Now the next thing is, so what did we discuss yesterday? That where are we going? What is the direction in which we are going now? We need knowledge. Remember Devadatta? I couldn't draw yesterday, but Devadatta, he had a question. Who is the creator of this universe? He had so many questions, isn't it? For that, he needs knowledge. Then we said knowledge is of 2 types. And there now, finally, 2 types is Anubhava Jnanam and Smriti Jnanam. The root for Smriti Jnanam is also Anubhava Jnanam. In that also, we want Yathartha Jnanam as it is. We want knowledge as it is. We don't want, we don't want Ayathartha Jnanam. We want Yathartha Jnanam only. So, Yathartha Jnanam means Yathartha Jnanam equals Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam plus Yathartha Smriti Jnanam. Did I say that yesterday? Did I tell you yesterday? Yathartha Jnanam means Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam plus Yathartha Smriti Jnanam. If you have Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam, am I going too fast? You're okay? You're able to follow? You're able to follow? Thumbs up. Or am I fast? Do you want me to slow down? Give me thumbs up or down. Okay, everyone is okay. Down, huh? No. Okay. Oh, no, Padma Mataji. Okay, I'll try to. Okay, all right. We are still doing a recap of yesterday only. We didn't even start today's lesson. Okay, thank you. Once again, I'm just telling you the direction in which we are traveling. We want knowledge. Knowledge is of two types: Yathartha and Anubhava Jnanam and Smriti Jnanam. Smriti Jnanam is also rooted in Anubhava Jnanam. And Anubhava Jnanam also is of two types now: Yathartha, Ayathartha. Real knowledge and false knowledge. Okay? Yathartha means as it is. Ayathartha means you are getting false knowledge. You are seeing a thing for what it is not. You understand? You are not understanding a thing for what it is, for what it is. It is not as it is. So you don't want that. You want to eliminate that. You want to get only the knowledge of a thing for what it is. Yathartha Jnanam only you want. So this Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam can be obtained in 10 different ways. 10 different ways. If you have Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam, that Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam will give you Yathartha Smriti Jnanam. And Yathartha Anubhava plus Yathartha Smriti will give you Yathartha Jnanam. Now you have knowledge. That is our goal, isn't it? We need knowledge to do all types of activities. So okay. We said there are 10 different ways in which you can get Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam. Now the next question is, are all these 10 going to give you Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam all the time? So we said there is Pratyaksha Pramanam. What are the 10 ways in which we can get Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam? Pratyaksha Pramanam, Anumana Pramanam, Shabda Pramanam, Upamana Pramanam, Arsha Pramanam, Arthapatti, Aitihya, Anupalabdhi, Cheshta and Sambhava. These are the 10 ways. In the entire creation, you can get Yathartha Jnanam only in these 10 ways. It's not possible to get in any other way. Okay? Now, are all these 10 going to give us Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam? At all times, they are going to give, but not at all times. Sometimes they will give Yathartha Anubhava Jnanam, sometimes they may not give. Like yesterday, Prabhuji explained, sometimes a lusty man, he looks at a pole and he thinks it's a woman. Yes? That means his eyes are seeing, he's not seeing poleness in that pole, in that pillarness in that pillar. He's seeing womanness in a pillar. So he's getting Ayathartha Jnana. He's not getting Yathartha Jnana. His eyes are Pramana. Also yesterday we discussed what is Prama, Pramana, Prama, Pramanam, Pramata and Prameyam. Okay? What is Prama? Prama means Yathartha Jnanam. Pramanam means that which produces Yathartha Jnanam, the cause for Yathartha Jnanam. Prama Karanam iti Pramanam. Prama Karanam iti Pramanam. Pramanam is the cause, the most important cause for Prama or Yathartha Jnanam. So for Pratyaksha Pramanam, what is Pratyaksha Pramanam? Pratyaksha Pramanam means direct perception. Direct perception. That means with your senses, whatever knowledge you are getting, Pratyaksha Jnanam is the knowledge. And the cause for this Pratyaksha Jnanam is your senses. Your senses. Direct perception. By seeing, you get some knowledge. Now, can you say that by seeing, you are getting Yathartha Jnanam every time? With my eyes, whatever I see, I'm getting the exact knowledge what it is. You cannot say that I'm not getting at all. Also, you cannot say I'm getting it every time. Now, I have this pen With my virtual background, you cannot see, but I have a pen in my hand. Huh? So I'm seeing the pen as pen. That means my eyes are giving me yathartha jnanam. Here, my eyes are acting as pramanam. But when I see a pole, and if I think it is a woman, there are my eyes acting as pramanam? No. They are acting as apramanam. They are not acting as pramanam. At that time, you cannot call them pramanam. So, our investigation is to find out among these 10 pramanas, is there one pramana? Because there's no other than these 10, there is no other pramana. It has to be within these 10 only. There's no way of getting knowledge other than these 10 pramanas. So within these 10 pramanas, is there any pramana which can give me yathartha jnanam every time? We have to find that out. We have to investigate. We cannot just say, no, it's not possible. We have to see. And why is it possible and why it is not possible? We have to see. For that, now what we are going to do is, we'll go through these 10 different pramanas one by one and see inside each pramana, is it giving yathartha jnanam all the time? And if it is not giving, why it is not giving? What are the defects? Like that. Okay. So that is our next step. So let's go. What is the first one we said? First one is pratyaksha pramanam. Of the 10 pramanas, the first pramanam is pratyaksha pramanam. So pratyaksha pramanam means what? Pratyaksha pramanam means first you want pratyaksha jnanam. What is pratyaksha jnanam? Pratyaksha jnanam means we said what is that? The cause for no. First is what is pratyaksha pramanam. The cause for pratyaksha jnanam is pratyaksha pramanam. The cause for pratyaksha jnanam is pratyaksha pramanam. We said there are 10 pramanas. Yes, we said there are 10 pramanas. So the first one is pratyaksha pramanam. What is pratyaksha pramanam? Pratyaksha pramanam means the cause for pratyaksha jnanam. Okay, it is said pratyaksha jnanam karanam iti pratyaksham, according to Annam Bhatta in Tarka Sangraha. Pratyaksha jnanam karanam iti pratyaksham. Okay, pratyaksha jnanam karanam iti pratyaksham. The cause for pratyaksha jnanam is pratyaksha pramanam. Okay, now pratyaksha pramanam means that which gives us pratyaksha jnanam. Next question is, what is pratyaksha jnanam? What is pratyaksha jnanam? Pratyaksha jnanam means indriyartha sannikarsha jnanam, pratyaksha jnanam, pratyaksham. Okay, indriyartha sannikarsha janyam. So jnanam, the knowledge which is born by sannikarsha, contact. The knowledge which is born by the contact of the senses with their sense objects. Indriyartha means indriya vishaya or sense objects. So let's take a look at this. This is the soul. Okay, here, this is the soul. This is the mind. One second. Okay, these are the senses this senses. Okay. And then these are the sense objects. Indriya Vishaya or Indriyartha. The senses, Artha, these are the sense objects. These are the Indriyas, the senses. Now, when they contact, when there's a contact between the senses and sense objects, what is happening? What are the senses? Eyes, no ears, nose, tongue, skin. There's one more here. Mind. Mind is also the sense. How you know mind is also a sense? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 15:7, Manah shashtan indriyani prakritisthani karshati. Manah shashtani indriyani. That means including mind, there are 6 senses. Including mind, there are 6 senses. So these are the 6 senses. Okay. So the senses have their sense objects. For example, the eye, what is the sense object for the eye? So I can actually, I'll write again here. Okay. So how many, so first of all, you understand what is pratyaksha pramanam. Pratyaksha pramanam is that which produces pratyaksha jnanam. Pratyaksha pramanam is that which produces pratyaksha jnanam. Okay. Then how is it happening? What is pratyaksha jnanam? Pratyaksha jnanam means the knowledge which is produced by the contact of the senses with the sense objects. Pratyaksha jnanam is the knowledge which is produced by the contact of senses with the sense objects. Where is that knowledge produced? So the senses, when they come in touch with the sense objects, the knowledge is produced here in the mind. Okay, this is the mind. Here I wrote, this is the mind. Knowledge is produced here. This is in a general way. Okay, details again we'll see further. There's more details happening. In general, I'm saying knowledge is produced here in the mind. What is the knowledge? For example, if the eyes are seeing a red rose, okay, then the soul is getting the knowledge that this object that I'm seeing is a red rose. How is it getting this knowledge? Because the eye, the pramana, right? The eye is coming in contact with this object, and the message is sent. And then here you're getting the knowledge here that the object that is being seen is a rose. So this is called, this knowledge that this object is rose or this object is red in color. So that knowledge is called pratyaksha jnanam. How is that pratyaksha jnanam produced? What is the cause for that pratyaksha jnanam? Contact between the senses and the sense objects. Okay? Clear? Next step. Now next question is, how many types of pratyaksha jnanam are possible? Or pratyaksha jnanam, yeah. How many types of pratyaksha jnanam are possible? How many types? So we said pratyaksham means what? Direct perception. And pratyaksha jnanam is produced by contact of the senses with the sense objects. So what is pratyaksha pramanam here? The senses are pratyaksha pramanam. The senses are pratyaksha pramanam. I is the cause for the immediate cause for the knowledge. So I becomes the pratyaksha pramanam. Like this, how many pratyaksha pramanas do we have? I said we have 6 senses. So I'm writing here. Oh, I'm new to this XP pen, so please bear with me. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, skin. And one more. What is the next one? Mind. Mind is also. Manah Shashtani Indriyani. So there are 6 pramanas. 6 pramanas. Why? Pramana? Because prama, karanam iti pramanam. Right? So the eye is the cause for the knowledge. So therefore the eye is the pramanam here. So how many pratyaksha pramanas you have? How many types of pratyaksha jnanam are possible? So we have 6 senses. These are the 6 senses. Indriyartha sannikarsha jnanam. So the knowledge is produced by contacting this sense when it contacts with its object. What is the sense object for eye? Form. Yes. What is the sense object for ear? Sound. Sense object for nose? Smell. For tongue? Taste. For skin? Touch. What is the sense object for mind? Mind also has sense object. What is mind experiencing? Happiness, distress, uh, what else? Hatred, right? Happiness, distress, hatred, attachment, all these things. They are all happening where? These are the objects. These are the objects for the mind. These are the objects, sense objects for the mind. Yes, very nice. Now, next, the knowledge. So when I comes in contact with its object, what type of knowledge is produced? When I comes in contact with the form, the knowledge that is produced is called chakshusha pratyaksham. Chakshusha pratyaksham. Okay. When ear comes in contact with its object, sound. So I'll give you an example for this. What is the form here? Let's take a, a red rose, a flower. Here the form is a flower. When the eyes see a red rose, then what is the knowledge produced? This form can actually be, I mean, the object for eye can be color, it can be shape, it can be what variety, it can be of, is it a flower or fruit? So much, right? So within that, also there is a variety. So when you see a red rose, if you one thing is you can get knowledge that this object is red in color. Another thing is, oh, this object is a rose flower, like this. So that knowledge that you get by the contact of eye with the object, that knowledge is called chakshusha pratyaksham. Chakshusha pratyaksham. Now, what does the nose do? Let's say sound. There's a mridanga. Okay, mridanga. 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 So there's the sound of mridanga. This is important. This second one is important because we should not confuse this pramana with shabda pramana. So when you hear the sound, when the ear comes in contact with the mridanga sound, what is the knowledge that is produced? This is the sound of mridanga. Okay. Then this knowledge is called Shrotra pratyaksham. Shrotra pratyaksham. Shrotra pratyaksham. Okay. Also, any sound, even when you hear a word or you hear any letter A, B, C, D, just that sound, right? Just that sound that you get, that is Shrotra Pratyaksham. Not that you understand what it means. Shrotra Pratyaksham means you are just identifying the sound. Okay? So like that's why Mridanga is an apt example. You recognize, you get the knowledge that this is the sound of Mridanga. Like that. Or this is the sound of a bird. Next is nose. Nose is coming in contact with its sense object smell. Again, rose flower, you're smelling the fragrance, right? Then same thing, flower you're smelling. Then what is the knowledge you get? Oh, this is the fragrance of a rose. This object, right? This fragrance, this sweet fragrance is of a rose, like that. That is nasika pratyaksham. Nasika pratyaksham. Similarly, tongue. You taste, you put gulab jamun on your tongue. You get a sweet taste. Then what is the knowledge you get? This object is sweet. This object is sweet. That is called uh, uh, what is that called? Taste is what pratyaksham? Jihva. Jihva. Jihva pratyaksham. Okay, Jihva pratyaksham. Skin. Let's say some hot water. You put some hot water on your skin. Then immediately you get knowledge that a drop of hot water if it falls. Oh, this is hot. This is hot. This object is hot. This is called twak pratyaksham. Okay. When the skin comes in touch with comes in contact with its object, then the knowledge that is produced is called, yeah, this is hot water. Steam. Okay. This is twak pratyaksham. Twak pratyaksham. And mind. Mind is the internal sense. Yes. So mind, the object is happiness, distress. That means when mind comes in contact with its objects, happiness or distress, then the knowledge that you get is, I am happy, I am sad. That knowledge is called what? Manasa pratyaksham. Manasa pratyaksham. Manasa pratyaksham. Okay. So now how many types of pratyaksha jnanam did we see? How many types of pratyaksha jnanam? We saw 6 types. Yes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? 6 types of pratyaksha jnanam. Okay? What are they? Chakshusha pratyaksham, Shrotra pratyaksham, Nasika pratyaksham, Jihva pratyaksham, Twak pratyaksham and Manasa pratyaksham. Okay. Malati Mataji, you're raising your hand. Yes. Okay. If you can just send me in a chat if you have any question. Okay. So we'll continue. Next. Yes, 6 types of pratyaksha jnanam. We have one thing we have to know here is the senses. Yes, go ahead, Mataji. Malati, Mataji. You have a question? I'm not able to hear you. Okay. At the end, if it's not so urgent, you can ask in the end, okay? All right. So of these 6 types of, pratyaksha jnanam, now there are some defects in the senses. What is the cause for pratyaksha jnanam? The senses. Pratyaksha pramana means these 6 senses we said. These 6 senses inherently have some defects in them. The 6 senses inherently have defects in them. What are those defects? Let's see now. Defects. Defects in the senses. What are they? Brahma, Karana Patava, Pramada. Brahma, Karana Patava, Pramada. What is Brahma? Brahma means, I'll give you an example. Okay. Because of these defects, what happens because of these defects? Brahma means taking one thing to be something else. Taking one thing to be something else. Just like we discussed about seeing a pole and thinking it to be a woman. Like that. Sometimes in the kitchen you see salt and you see baking soda. You see baking soda and you think this is icing sugar. And then if you put that baking soda in your cake icing, what will happen? So anyway, first step is Brahma means to take one thing to be something else. Is it possible or not with your senses? Yes, the senses have this fault. Inherently, they have this defect called Brahma. Brahma means illusion, right? Taking one thing to be something else. That is Brahma. Illusion. In English, Brahma means illusion. Second, Karana Patava. Karana Patava means the senses are limited. Senses are limited in their perception. Okay. What, for example, can my eyes see everything? No. Can I see what is behind that wall? No. That means how much knowledge, the knowledge that I can get through these senses is limited. This is called Karana Patava. Senses are limited in their perception. This is a defect. This is a fault. Brahma, Karana Patava. And the third one is called Pramada. Pramada. Pramada means what? Pramada means mistake. Just like Pramada. Pramada means what? Mistake. Mistake. So, like I told you about that baking soda, when I actually put the baking soda and make icing for the cake, what will happen? The mistake has happened, right? My cake is ruined. So mistaking, that means, that is pramada. Pramada means mistaking, committing mistakes. So senses inherently have these 3 defects. Because of these 3 defects, now what did we say is pratyaksha jnanam? Pratyaksha jnanam means knowledge which is produced from pratyaksha pramana. Yes? Or knowledge which is produced because of pratyaksha pramana is pratyaksha jnanam. What is pratyaksha pramana? The senses. The senses are pratyaksha pramana. And we saw the senses have defects in them inherently. Can you separate these defects from the senses? No. What this means is that the senses you are not reliable they are not trustworthy. They cannot give you, yes, human error you are saying, yes. So they cannot give you yathartha jnanam every time. The senses cannot give you yathartha jnanam every time. We are not saying that senses will not give you yathartha jnanam. They will give you yathartha jnanam. But you don't know when they are going to give you yathartha jnanam, when they are not going to give you yathartha jnanam. Yes? Sometimes they will give you yathartha jnanam, sometimes they will not give you. And you cannot tell when they are not giving yathartha jnanam, when they are going to give yathartha jnanam, you cannot tell. Then can you rely on such a pramanam for your knowledge? What did we say? We want that pramanam which gives yathartha jnanam all the time. What was the second condition? It has to be independent. It has to be independent in giving its knowledge. And the third condition was it should be able to correct other pramanas when they are giving ayathartha jnanam. You are following, or am I going fast? Or am I going too slow? Okay? Padma Keshavi Mataji, okay? No? Still fast, huh? Fast. Okay. Everyone feels that way, huh? Fast? Am I going fast? Okay, okay. I'll say again, no problem. I'll say again. Here. One more time. I have to look at the time also. So we said senses. Okay. Here. We said that knowledge is produced from knowledge which is produced from the senses is called pratyaksha jnanam. Okay. And the senses have defects in them. If you take the example of eyes can mistake, right? They can be illusion, they can make a mistake, and their perception is limited. If the senses are produced, if my knowledge, pratyaksha jnanam, is coming from senses, pratyaksha jnanam is coming from senses, and if the senses have defects in them inherently, that means the knowledge that is produced will be defective or not? Isn't it? The knowledge which is produced, now Brahma, when the senses are influenced by Brahma, when they come under the control of Brahma, that fault, what will happen? You are thinking this baking soda is icing sugar. Now you are seeing icing sugarness in baking soda. You are getting real knowledge or not? Are you getting real knowledge there? No, right? You are getting ayathartha jnanam. So if you are getting ayathartha jnanam, are your senses acting as pramanam now? No. If they are giving ayathartha jnanam, it is not pramanam, it is apramanam. Yes, Mataji, Padma Keshvi Mataji, you are following? Yes. So if the senses are giving you ayathartha jnanam, false knowledge, then they are not pramanam. They are not acting as pramanam. Now can I rely on this pratyaksha pramanam for my knowledge, for yathartha jnanam? We have set out to investigate that pramanam which gives me only yathartha jnanam all the time. Now if I say pratyaksha pramanam is my source, this is going to give me yathartha jnanam, will it be correct? No, because pratyaksha pramanam means senses. We said already 6. Pratyaksha pramanam means eyes, nose, ears, tongue, skin, and mind. And in senses, there are faults. Brahma, illusion. Pramada, making mistakes. Karana, patava, limited perception. So if the senses are producing knowledge, and if the senses themselves have fault, that means we cannot trust the knowledge. When it will be when it will be real knowledge, when it will be not real knowledge. So therefore, we cannot accept pratyaksha pramanam as the reliable pramanam, which will give yathartha jnanam all the time. We cannot depend on pratyaksha pramanam. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So then, this is still not finished with pratyaksha pramanam. We have some more to discuss here. So far, we saw how many types of pratyaksha jnanam? 6 types. Okay. Maybe. Okay. I'll ask questions afterwards. There's one more, which is not coming here in pratyaksha, but I'll just tell you here. There are actually four defects. Okay, there are 4 defects. This is the first one. Oops. 1, 2, 3. The 4th defect is called vipralipsa. This is not coming in pratyaksha, but I'm just telling you the 4 defects. This one is not in the senses. Vipralipsa means cheating tendency. Where do you find this fault? Vipralipsa means cheating tendency. This is found in the intelligence or buddhi. Okay? Vipralipsa is found where? In intelligence. This is also the 4th fault. Totally there are 4 defects or faults. Okay, 4 defects or faults. Brahma, Karana Patava, Pramada and Vipralipsa. 3 are found in the senses. The 4th one is found in intelligence. Now let's continue with our Pratyaksha Pramanam. Pratyaksha Pramanam. Further. We said there are 6 types of we said there are 6 types of Pratyaksha Jnanam. Yes? 6 types of Pratyaksha Jnanam. Each one coming from each of the senses. Chakshusha Pratyaksham, Nasika Pratyaksham, like that. Pratyaksha Jnanam. Now, let us look at, we'll have to zoom in a little bit to understand what exactly is happening. What is the mechanism here? Yeah. Before we look at the mechanism, let us see. Okay, this is the soul. Okay, soul. Then you have ahankara or false ego. Then you have chitta, chittam. This is buddhi or intelligence. This one. Then you have mind, mana. Then senses. Then you have the gross body. And finally, you have the sense objects. What are we studying here? We are studying the mechanism of how pratyaksha jnanam is produced. Mechanism of how pratyaksha jnanam is produced. What did we say is pratyaksha jnanam? Indriyartha sannikarsha janyam jnanam. That means by the contact of the senses, So how many senses you have? You have 6 senses. Okay, you have the eye, ears, nose, tongue, skin, and mind. Okay. So when the sense comes in contact with the sense object, then knowledge is produced. So we saw in a general way just a few minutes ago. Now we are going deeper. But before we understand this mechanism, we have to see who are all the players here. Who are the players in producing this knowledge? You have, first of all, there is Atma, the spirit soul, this one, Atma. Okay. Then you have Chittam, you have Ahankara, Buddhi, Mana or mind, Manaha. Then you have the senses. Okay. What is the function of Atma is there, of course. And then this is the subtle body, Sukshma Deha. The details of what is the function of each of these is given where? It is given in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 26th chapter, text 29. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. So based on that, now we are seeing what is the function of Chittam, what is the function of Ahankara, of Buddhi, of mind and senses. Okay. So before we study what the mechanism is, I'm just telling you who are the players in this, activity. So Chittam, the function of, okay, we'll start with the senses. What do the senses do? Senses grasp the sense objects. Senses grasp the sense objects. What is the function or what are the functions of the mind? Sankalpa and vikalpa. Sankalpa and vikalpa. Okay. I'll tell you what it is. Okay, I'll just tell you now. Sankalpa means to want, right? To want, to desire something. Okay. Sankalpa is to desire something. Sankalpa. Vikalpa means to particularly desire something. Sankalpa is in general. Yes, Mataji, Vrajakishori Mataji. Accept and reject. Actually, according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, you're saying Sankalpa Vikalpa means accepting and rejecting, right? Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says when you say Sankalpa, accepting, and that automatically includes rejecting also. When you accept something, that means you're rejecting the other. You don't have to specifically say rejecting. So therefore, he explains Sankalpa as accepting, which also includes rejecting. Vikalpa means particularly accepting something. Specifically, particularly accepting something. So that's how he explains Sankalpa, Vikalpa as the functions of the mind. Okay, there are some questions here in the chat. I'll quickly go over them. Priyal Agarwal Mataji saying, can mistake also come under intelligence? Mistake is, no. Mistake is by the senses only. By the 6 senses.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
We'll take this question later after the class.
Acha, okay. Prabhuji will answer. Okay. We'll take questions afterwards. So I'll just continue.
This question, you can take other questions.
Acha, acha. Other question. Acha, this Prabhuji will answer. Sankalpa, to desire a car. Vikalpa, to desire Maruti car. Okay. All right. I'll continue. Share. Sorry. Sankalpa, Vikalpa are accepting or to particular or I'll just write here. Accepting and particularly accepting. Something. Then what is the function of buddhi? Buddhi. Buddhi's function is nirnayatmakam. Nirnayatmakam buddhi. Nirnayatmakam means what? Deciding. Deciding. Okay. And of course, ahankara. Ahankara means, okay, I'll just explain what this deciding is. Nirnayatmakam, when we see the mechanism, then you will understand. So it decides. Basically, what buddhi does is, buddhi decides what that object is. The senses are grasping. The mind is accepting, rejecting, and specifically accepting. This is the minds. That means I like this, I don't like this. That is coming from mind. What is buddhi doing? Buddhi is deciding what that object is. That is giving the knowledge. So finally, where is that knowledge produced? Intelligence is producing the knowledge. It is deciding what that object is. And ahankara means it's false ego. That we'll discuss in a minute when we discuss the mechanism. And chittam, basically what this ahankara does is, ahankara makes you think that you are the body. Ahankara or false ego makes you think that you, who's actually a spirit soul, right? You are actually a spirit soul. But it makes you think that you want or you like or you are seeing. Who is this seeing and who is liking? Actually, it is the body, right? The eyes are seeing, the mind is saying it is liking, buddhi is deciding what it is, buddhi is knowing, right? Buddhi is knowing, getting the knowledge. I know this. But ahankara tells I. I means who's I actually? I is the spirit soul actually, right? But I know this, I like this. That is coming from, why that is happening? Anyway, when we come to the mechanism, I'll tell you. Wait. Chittam. Chittam means it is the place where all the samskaras are stored. Samskaras are stored. Place where all the samskaras are stored. That is Chittam. And Chittam has one more function. Awareness. Okay. Now let's go and look at the. So now you're familiar with the functions. What do the senses do? Senses grasp the sense objects. What does mind do? Mind's function is sankalpa vikalpa, accepting, rejecting, or specifically accepting an object. That means I like it, I don't like it, I really like it, like that. Buddhi means deciding what that object is. Ahankara makes you feel that you want that. Actually, the body is taking it, but it makes you think that you want it. Okay, gives you the bodily identification. And Chittam has stored samskaras. And also Chittam is the cause for awareness. With this background, now let us look at this mechanism. What happens? Let's take the example of one sense object. For example, we'll take one sense object. What will we take? For I, okay, a rose flower. Okay, a rose. Or you can say, a jalebi. Okay, a jalebi. Now, eyes are seeing the jalebi. First thing, the senses are coming in contact with the sense objects. What is the first thing that happens? It's like the eyes capture the image, right? Or they send the message immediately. As soon as in the very first fraction of the second of the eyes coming in contact with the sense object, eye means any of the senses. For example, I'm taking eye. It can be applied to any of the six. When the sense comes in contact with the sense object, in the very first fraction of the second, right? The very first moment when the sense comes in contact with the sense object, what does it do? It sends that message to the mind. This is sending the message to the mind. This is the mind. This is mind here. Okay? It is sending the message. But what type of message is it sending? Is it saying that this is a jalebi? No. Here, the message sent is something is there. Something is there. It does not know what it is. It has not analyzed or understood anything, what color it is or what object it is, nothing. Something is there. It's called kinchid asti. Something is there. Here you can understand like this one example. Let's say at night time, you are turning on a road. Okay, you're walking and you turn, and all of a sudden from the other direction a big truck comes with the headlights on. You're not able to see the truck, you're not able to see anything. All you see is just some light. You know there is something, but you don't know what it is. It's like that. You don't see any attributes of the object there, but you know there is something. Like all of a sudden, you just turn around and you see there's a light, like that. So this is the type of message that is sent to the mind in the very first fraction of second. Okay? This type of knowledge, this type of message which is given to the mind, the knowledge that is called nirvikalpaka jnanam. I'll write it. Here. Nirvikalpaka jnanam. Okay? Nirvikalpaka jnanam. What is nirvikalpaka jnanam? I'm saying again. When the sense comes in contact with the sense object, in the very first moment, as soon as it comes in contact, it sends a message to the mind. What is that message? The impression that is sent to the mind. Message. Okay, that is sent to the mind. That is called. There is no attributes of that, what it is, but there is something. Kinchidasti. Nirvikalpa jnana means kinchidasti. There is something. This is nirvikalpaka jnanam. Okay? Nirvikalpaka jnanam means kinchid asti. Something is there. What it is, you still don't know. Something is there. This is nirvikalpaka jnanam. Okay? Then what happens after that? Now, this mind will send this message to the next layer, buddhi, intelligence. Mind is sending this message to the next layer, intelligence. Okay, what does intelligence do when it gets this message? This is chittam here, chittam. What does chittam have? I told you it has samskaras, right? Stored samskaras. Many samskaras are there in chittam from past experiences. Many samskaras are already stored there. What this buddhi does is, it will take the message which is coming here from mind and compare it with the samskaras that are there in the chittam. This person must have seen or experienced this jalebi in the past. Okay? And those samskaras are there in the chittam. So this buddhi is taking this information coming from mind and comparing it with the samskaras that are in the chittam, and it analyzes, it understands. By comparing with chittam, it sees, oh, so because there are already some samskaras that this is a jalebi and jalebi is, in this color and it is sweet, and also I like it, I don't like it. All these things are there, samskaras are here. So what does buddhi do? It compares and you say, oh, this information which is given, this matches with this one. So this is jalebi. Buddhi is deciding that this object is jalebi. Mind did not decide it. Mind just sent the information. Buddhi compared it with the samskaras and then it decided. So where is knowledge produced in buddhi? What is the knowledge? This object is jalebi. The knowledge produced by buddhi is this object is jalebi. Then what does buddhi do? It will send this message back to the mind, saying that this is jalebi. Okay? And because there are already samskaras in the mind, in the past you may have eaten jalebi and you may have liked it, or maybe you don't like it. So now based on all that, this mind will say that, it will say, I like jalebi, right? Or I want jalebi, like that. So liking, right? Sankalpa, wanting, I want to eat this jalebi. So what is the role of this ahankara here? Actually, jalebi is food for what? It is food for the body. Jalebi is food for the body. But this ahankara is making the soul think that I want jalebi. I like jalebi. I'm going to eat this jalebi. So what is ahankara doing? Ahankara, when this atma is covered, okay, when I draw like this, you should understand it's a whole circle, okay? Atma is covered by layers like this, ahankara, and also it is covered by like this, okay? I'm just showing on one side. So when this Atma is covered by this Mithya Ahankara, false ego, the false ego will make this Atma think, I am this body. And then I like this jalebi. I want to eat this jalebi. Like this. So now, what happened? After Buddhi decided it is jalebi, now what is the knowledge? This is jalebi and it is, let's say orange in color or yellow in color. It is sweet and I like it, all these things. Now what is the knowledge? Is this also without attributes? No. Now all attributes are there. The knowledge which is produced with all attributes, that is called savikalpaka. Savikalpaka jnanam. Savikalpaka jnanam means knowledge with all attributes. Knowledge with all attributes. Savikalpaka jnanam. So nirvikalpaka jnanam and savikalpaka jnanam. So what did we see? Pratyaksha jnanam, we have 6 types. Now those 6 types of pratyaksha jnanam are again, each one is of 2 types. That means, let's say chakshusha pratyaksham, I said, chakshusha pratyaksham will be of 2 types. nirvikalpaka, chakshusha, pratyaksham, and savikalpaka. Savikalpaka, chakshusha, pratyaksham. Okay? Like this, how many do we have? We have 6, na? This is chakshusha. Then you have shrotra, you have jihva. Like this, you have totally 6 senses, and each one is of two types. So how many types of pratyaksha jnanam do you have here? 6 times 2. 6 times 2. Each one is 2. So this is chakshusha nirvikalpaka chakshusha pratyaksham, savikalpaka chakshusha pratyaksham. So like this, totally you have 12 now. Yes, yes. Some questions? Mataji, Devahuti Mataji.
Can you just clarify this nirvikalpaka and savikalpaka
Difference.
Short comparison.
Yes, Mataji.
Just short, just summarize.
Sure. Yeah, so nirvikalpaka means you don't see any attributes. You all you know is there is something. That is nirvikalpaka.
Okay.
You just know that something is there, but you don't know any attributes of what it is, anything about it, whether you like it or nothing. Just that there is something. That is nirvikalpaka. Savikalpaka means you now understand with all its attributes. That is the difference.
Explained now.
Yeah. Manjari Vidyavati Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, this savikalpaka jnanam is formed at the stage of chittam or the mind or the ahankara.
Intelligence, na? Knowledge is coming at the level of intelligence. Intelligence is deciding what it is. And of course, it is using all the information from chittam and everything. And finally, the buddhi is deciding that this is this object. Now, what ahankara is doing is, it is saying, I am knowing this, or I am liking this, or I am tasting it. So that I is actually not doing anything. Atma is not doing anything. There, when I gave you the list, Atma's function is only consciousness. It is conscious. Atma is not taking part in any of this activity. It is simply claiming that I am knowing, I am doing. And why it is claiming? Under the influence of this false ego. Actually, it is this false ego which is making, right, the Atma to claim that it is doing. Actually, the Atma is not doing anything. Is that clear?
Okay, so it's a combination of all the three, the ahankara, the intelligence, the mind.
Yeah, and chittam also. Chittam has the
Chittam
samskaras.
also. Okay.
But final knowledge is given by buddhi. Buddhi is the one that is giving knowledge.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah. Paramanandi Sakhi, Mataji.
Mataji. Mataji, actually in subtle body, mind, intelligence and false ego, these 3 elements only, no Mataji. This
Chittam is also there. That's also there. 4.
Samskara stored. That will be stored in mind only, no?
No. So subtle body means it has chittam, ahankara, buddhi and mind. All 4. Mana, buddhi, chitta and ahankara. So each of these have their functions. Okay. So mind, sometimes if you find like this in Bhagavatam, mind is used. Sometimes the words are interchanged. Like all 4 together can be called as hridayam, or all 4 together can be called as mind also, or they can be called as chittam, like that. But actually there are 4. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Mataji, Tamil Selvi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Can you give me an example for nirvikalpa saksa?
That's why I gave you that example. When you turn around and all of a sudden you see or when you're seeing light, all of a sudden in the dark, you're seeing the headlights of a truck, of a lorry. You don't see the lorry. You're just seeing the light. When you see the light, all you understand is there is something, but you don't know what it is. That is nirvikalpaka jnanam. So where is this? This is the image that the mind is getting in the first instance. As soon as the senses contact sense objects, the mind gets the message that there is something, but what it is, it does not know. That is called nirvikalpaka jnanam. So at that stage, at the stage of nirvikalpaka jnanam, you don't know, you don't have the details of what that sense object is. The only knowledge is that something is there.
Okay. And one more thing
further on, further
Mm.
on, the next step is after, when it is completed, the buddhi decides, then you get savikalpaka jnanam.
Oh, okay. One thing is, you have told there are 4 things, no? Mind, intelligence, ahankara, and chittam. Usually
Yes.
we tell mind, intelligence, and false ego, and then true ego. In Bhagavatam and all, we will tell like that. What is the chittam, 4th one?
This is also there in Bhagavatam only, Mataji. So if you see in creation, at the time of creation, there is, first from Prakriti, what is the first thing which is born at the time of creation?
From
Mahat Tattva.
Prakriti, it is Pratan, and
Pradhan,
then
okay.
Mahatattva. Pratan,
Mahatattva,
then
correct.
Mahatattva, then Ahangara, false ego comes, then everything gets deactivated and all the elements will come.
Very good, yes. So that Mahat Tattva, and also from Ahankara in goodness, passion and ignorance. Ahankara in goodness, mind and the controlling deities. Ahankara in passion, senses, like that, right?
Ignorance.
And Ahankara in ignorance, you have the gross elements, Panchatanmatras. So this is on the at the beginning of creation. Now in each, when the universes are created, the universal shell, right? There's a universal shell is also made of the same elements. Yes?
Yes.
And inside the universal shell, first from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Virata Purusha comes, then Lord Brahma is born, and all these Jivatmas, living entities, are with Brahma. Now they are to be given their bodies, gross and subtle bodies.
Sorry, Mataji, sorry to interrupt. All jivas are inside the Vishnu. That is Karanodakasaya Vishnu. Not in Brahma, no? Not in Brahma. He is a secondary creator.
I'm saying after.
Once the jivas are implanted in the Mahatattva, then the Brahma's role, secondary creator's role comes.
That's what I'm saying. In secondary creation only, I'm saying, Mataji.
You have told Brahma, secondary creation. After all the jivas are implanted in the Mahatattva, then Brahma's role comes. Yes, Mataji?
That's what I'm saying, Mataji. Yes. So in the secondary creation only, I'm saying, I'm trying to come to your point of what is chittam. That's why I cut it short.
Yes, I have a doubt in that. Yeah.
So
chittam,
when Brahmaji is giving the subtle body and gross body, to each individual living entity, he's giving a subtle body. He's giving chittam, he's giving intelligence, mind, and ahankara, based on the karma of that living entity.
False ego.
So that chittam is a portion of that Mahat Tattva only. Chittam is the Mahat Tattva, portion of Mahat Tattva which is given to the individual living entity, that is chittam. It is part of the subtle body. Okay? Chittam, buddhi, ahankara, mana, right? This is the subtle body. The senses are also there. This is all part of the subtle body. Okay, this will be discussed further, Matis. Just this much you understand for now. Chittam is part of ahankara, antakarana. Chittam, buddhi, mana and ahankara, these are there in the subtle body. Okay. So actually I didn't finish yet. It's already 10 o'clock. I mean, your time is 8:30. I have to finish little bit more. Let me just at least finish the... Okay. Ati Sundari Mataji. Just take yours.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yes, Mataji, you told that vipralipsa, cheating tendency, but it is not based on on the senses. So can we take this cheating tendency as defects of mind? Is it, Mataji?
No, no,
No?
no. This we will discuss later on, because now we are
Oh,
doing only pratyaksha pramanam. So that's why because I was giving
okay.
you list of the faults, I put the fourth one also here. We are not talking about vipralipsa here. It will come later on. It is in the intelligence. Buddhi. Okay. Buddhi. Yeah. Okay. So let me just finish the last part, and then we can take questions. So here, pratyaksha jnanam we said is of, you are with me now, right? 12 types. Yes. 6 types from 6 senses. Shrotra pratyaksham, chakshusha pratyaksham, nasika pratyaksham, jihva pratyaksham, twak pratyaksham, manasa pratyaksham. 6 types of pratyaksha jnanam. Again, each one is of 2 types, savikalpaka and nirvikalpaka. Yes? Everyone is with me? 12 types of pratyaksham. Now, there's one more. There is Vaidusha pratyaksham and avaidusha pratyaksham here. Vaidusha. Vaidusha pratyaksham and avaidusha. Vaidusha comes from Vidusha. Vidusha means what? The liberated souls. Okay? Vidusha. Vidusha means liberated souls. Liberated souls like Sukadev Goswami, Vyasdev, Narad Muni, like that. Okay? These are Vidushas. So, Vaidusha Pratyaksham means the direct perception of these liberated souls like Sukadev Goswami, Narad Muni, Vyasdev, right? What is their Pratyaksha? Pratyaksha means what? The knowledge which is derived by the direct perception. Pratyaksha Jnanam. Because of their bhakti, their senses, by performing bhakti, their intelligence, not intelligence here, mind and senses, pratyaksham, right? Mind and senses are free, even intelligence, but here in context I'm saying mind and senses, intelligence, everything. It's free from all faults. Free from all faults. Okay? By performing bhakti, their antakarna, their everything, body, gross body, subtle body, everything is completely purified. There is no faults. You will not find Brahma, Pramada, Karana Patava, Vipralipsa, where in these Vidushas, in their mind, intelligence, senses, they're completely purified. That means what? Whatever knowledge is produced by their Pratyaksha Pramana, by their senses, mind, that knowledge is always Yathartha Jnanam. It is always Yathartha Jnanam because there is no defects in the senses. It's always Yathartha Jnanam. Okay? Vaidusha Pratyaksham is always giving Yathartha Jnanam. That means Vaidusha Pratyaksham can be a Pramanam or not? Yes, because it is always giving. We'll discuss that in a minute. A little bit more to be said there. Then who is Avaidusha Pratyaksham? All of us. Anyone who's not liberated, who's still in the conditioned state, we have these faults in our senses, in our intelligence. We have Brahma, Pramada, Karana Patava, Vipralipsa. We have all these faults. That means our Pratyaksha Jnanam is not always, what do you say, Yathartha Jnanam. Our Pratyaksha Pramana sometimes gives Yathartha Jnanam and sometimes gives Ayathartha Jnanam. Okay? Vaidusha Pratyaksham means it is sometimes giving Yathartha and sometimes Ayathartha Jnanam. So therefore, can you rely on Avaidusha Pratyaksham for your knowledge? No, because there is no certainty of when you will get Yathartha Jnanam, when you will get Ayathartha Jnanam. So What did we say? There are 12 types of pratyaksha jnanam. Now those 12 types are again of 2, further 2. So let's go back to the previous 12. What did I say? Of these 6, each one is of 2 types. Now this each one is again of 2 types, Vaidusa and avaidusa. Okay. So chakshusha nirvikalpaka pratyaksham is again of 2 types. What is that? Chakshusha nirvikalpaka vaidusha pratyaksham, chakshusha nirvikalpaka avaidusha pratyaksham. And then chakshusha savikalpaka vaidusha pratyaksham, chakshusha savikalpaka avaidusha pratyaksham. So how many do you have? So just from the eyes, you have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 types of pratyaksha jnanam are produced just from one eye. Like this, there are 6. So totally, how many do you have here? 24 types of pratyaksha jnanam are produced. 24 types of pratyaksha jnanam are produced. Okay? 24 types of pratyaksha jnanam are produced. Now, of these 24 types of pratyaksha jnanam, 12 are Vaidusha and 12 are avaidusha. Okay? 12 are Vaidusha pratyaksham and 12 are avaidusha pratyaksham. Vaidusha pratyaksham is always giving you yathartha jnanam. Avaidusha pratyaksham is giving you sometimes yathartha and sometimes ayathartha jnanam.
Hare Krishna
Okay?
Mataji, you have to follow
Yes,
time.
Prabhuji.
If you want to extend, you should ask their time. You should not just continue like that.
Sorry, Prabhuji. So we can continue tomorrow. Okay? If you have any questions, now you can ask. And anyone who wants to leave can leave. The time is over. I'm sorry for going over time. I'll try to keep to time tomorrow. Okay. Kalyani Velaga, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept me.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, chitta అని చెప్పారు కదా మాతాజీ. చిత్త మీన్స్ కాన్షియస్నెస్ అని అనుకోవచ్చా మాతాజీ? అంటే కాన్షియస్నెస్ విచ్ ఈస్ కవర్డ్ బై ఫాల్స్ ఈగో, మైండ్, ఇంటెలిజెన్స్.
Prabhuji answer chestar Mataji.
Yes.
Yes.
Chitta is the cause for the general awareness. You should understand like this. Let me explain. So you have seen first layer is false ego, second is chittam actually, then after that buddhi, and next mind. This is mind, this is intelligence, this is chittam, and this is false ego. And in the soul, this is the soul which is covered with the avidya. Conditioned soul is always covered with avidya. But soul is always uncontaminated. It is pure. Because of this soul, there is a sense of I. This sense of I is known as true ego.
Yes.
So, but when it is covered with the false avidya, this is avidya. When it is covered with the avidya. So actually, I just remind everyone, question answers is not mandatory for everyone. If that means it's not comes under the class, formal class. Question answers may go for a long time. And if you are interested, you can stay, or otherwise you can leave. So your attendance will be given. We official time is just 8. That means according to Indian time 7 to 8:30 only. So question answers it will go on for a long time. So that's why in middle also we have given time. Someone is really having some crunching questions. So we are already giving time in the class time only. So you can ask at that time also. But here we are giving facilitating more and more questions so that they can get the more understanding. But it is not a compulsory for everyone. Just I'm saying. So don't worry about that. Some are saying that a lot of time is going for question answers. So it's not mandatory. If you want, you can stay. So now let us continue now. So this soul is when it is covered with the avidya. So what is happening? This soul is not able to know himself as soul. This true sense of I is the sense of I is there in the soul. That means soul can know himself as I am soul because of this sense of I. This is also known, we know it as true ego. Now, when avidya is covered, then it is not able to sense himself as I am soul. This soul, this particle souls cannot identify himself as soul because of this avidya. But this false ego, what it does, this false ego will be making this covered soul, the soul which is covered with the avidya, because of this false ego, it is getting the another sense of I. False ego also is giving the sense of I. To whom? To this soul which is covered with the avidya. And what is this sense of I? This sense of I is towards what? Towards this body actually.
Yes,
So because of this false ego, this jivatma which is covered with the avidya is getting the another sense of I which is not real. So towards what? Towards the body, towards the subtle and gross body. And because of this only, so whatever the objects, that means like example I'm giving, so there is a stola, that is a stola deha, that means the gross body is there. Now this gross body is fatty body, is a fatty thing. Because of this false ego, this jivatma which is covered with the avidya is getting the so another sense of I towards what? Towards body, and because of that now we think I am fat. You're getting, everyone got this? Any question on this? Is it clear?
Yes.
There are the two kinds of sense of I. One is inherently is there in the soul, another is given by the false ego. Now I am coming to your point, chittam, what it does. So chittam, what it does? Chittam is cause for the general awareness. Remember that. General awareness. What it mean? So now you see there are the mind and is there, and after that senses are there. Then after that gross body, and outside to the gross body there are so many sense objects. These are all sense objects. For example, you take one sense object, that is a pen. If you take a pen, what is the role of chittam here? Initially, chittam will come out from the eyes and it goes towards the object. Chittam goes towards the object. This is awareness, it's not the consciousness. Okay, it's awareness. So that's because of the chittam is entering and is touching that object. That's why these eyes are started capturing the photo of this pen. In the senses, what is there? Eye is also one of the sense. This eye is sensing now, so is capturing now, eye is capturing the photo of that pen. If the chittam is not going and touching this object pen, even the eyes are seeing that object pen, but still you will not capture the photo of this pen. It will happen, it might have happened several times. When you go to a supermarket, You might be seeing these so many objects, and your
Yes.
friend and you both went, and your friend was saying that, hey, in that corner, that object is so nice. But you said, I didn't see that. But actually, no. We all both are seeing, but you didn't see. How it is possible? I saw, and it is in front of us only. He might be saying like this because what? In his case, his chittam is went there and touched that object, and your chittam didn't go and touch.
Yes.
Okay. So once the chittam is going and touching that object, then what will happen? And that object will be perceived by the eyes or the ears or nose. There are so many sounds are coming background to you, but you don't know
Only
what sounds are coming. But now when you focus, when you make your chittam more, that means alert, then what will happen? When you desire like this, then what will happen? Then you started capturing so many sounds you are hearing. But before you didn't, because there is no chittam is not going there. Chittam is not going on those so-called sense objects. So that's why chittam is cause for the what? General awareness.
yes.
Okay. And
Yes.
after that, what happened? The senses are capturing the photo of that pen. Then after that, that is given to
Mind.
So mind is giving to the intelligence, and intelligence is now deciding this photo is pen photo. So that's why this object is pen. The specific awareness is because of what? Because of the buddhi. The general awareness is because of chittam, and the specific awareness is because of buddhi. So this is the difference between the chittam and the buddhi. And chittam is a part of the mahas. So when creation happens, so first and foremost, so Lord Karanarnava Sai Vishnu, Karanodaka Sai Vishnu, Mahavishnu, when he glances on the Prakriti, what is coming from there? It is God. Prakriti is God agitated, and the agitated state of Prakriti is known as Pradhana. From that Pradhana, the first thing, what is coming? So the first thing is nothing, is the Mahat. That some small portion of Mahat is given to everyone. So by the Brahmaji, so that is known as Chittam. The little portion of the Mahat is known as Chittam. Okay, Chittam is there, everyone. But in generally, we don't see in a specific way in our many classes, many our the devotees also. But it is actually one of the item. Actually, you can see in the subtle body. It is also one of the item. It is not the something spiritual. Chittam is also matter only. It is nothing but some portion of Mahat.
Yes.
So Kalyani Mataji, is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, next.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Padma Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams.
Awareness, I said awareness. Why you are writing consciousness? General awareness. Vanita Mataji, you are. Okay, Padma
Hare Krishna,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. This is not a question. It is a request for you to send the notes and video a little bit early so that we can prepare, for that, because there are so many new terms with which we have to become familiar. So unless and until we do that, we cannot answer the questions. So we need little time. So if you can send the video and the notes early, I'll be very grateful to you, sir. Prabhuji.
Yeah, it will be given, no problem.
Okay.
We have already ready-made notes, all prepared. So Mataji, so you can send before class. Whatever the class you are going to teach, please note it and you may send it.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranams.
Yeah. What is that? Yam Tilagavati. Archana Mata, you can handle if you want to handle questions.
No, Prabhuji, you go ahead, you do it.
Okay, tell me.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Pranam Mata.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, I got two questions. One question is of yesterday's, related to yesterday's portion. It's a very small, I think, question.
Yes,
What is connection between Shraddha and sadhana?
Yes, of course. Very good. Shraddha and what is the relation between the Shraddha and Sadhana Bhakti? Shraddha and Sadhana Bhakti. So what is the one example I give? So first of all, I say Shraddhavan. Just I am sharing my screen. See this. Shraddhavan can do sadhana bhakti. Try to focus, Mataji. It's a very important topic. And your question is, yeah, very relevant. And sadhana bhakti is also one of the, it is the part of Shuddha Bhakti. Shuddha Bhakti. Sadhana Bhakti is also Shuddha Bhakti or not? That's why Rupa Goswami says in his Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, what he says, Rupa Goswami, Anyabhilashita Sunyam Gnana Karmadyanavrutam Anukulyane Krishnanuselanam Bhaktiruttama. He gives the definition of bhakti like this. Then after that, he says that this bhakti, that's Uttama Bhakti, or otherwise Suddha Bhakti, or otherwise Kevala Bhakti, is three types. What are those? Sadhana Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti, Prema Bhakti. That means Sadhana Bhakti is also Suddha Bhakti only. Bhava Bhakti is also Suddha Bhakti. And Prema Bhakti is also Suddha Bhakti. So that's why Sadhana Bhakti is Suddha Bhakti only. The definition of Suddha Bhakti should be applicable to the Sadhana Bhakti also. And to do this Sadhana Bhakti, what is the qualification required by the person? Who will do Sadhana Bhakti? Person will do Sadhana Bhakti. And this person should have, what he should have? He should have Shraddha. That's why a person should be Shraddhavan. Shraddhavan can do Suddha Sadhana Bhakti. That means what kind of Shraddha? Little Shraddha if you have, can you do Suddha Sadhana Bhakti? No. If you have very soft Shraddha, Komal Shraddha, you cannot do Suddha Sadhana Bhakti. That means whatever is defined by Rupa Goswami, that Sadhana Bhakti you cannot do. You will be doing maybe some 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours sadhana. Then after that you will be doing your karma and offering that results to the Lord. So that is not sadhana bhakti. Doing karma and offering result is not a sadhana bhakti. First of all, you should understand this. So sadhana bhakti means 64 limbs, whatever he explained, that only. That means direct devotional service, doing that for 24 hours for the pleasure of the Lord. So this is known as sadhana bhakti. Who can do that sadhana bhakti? Pure, that means it should not mix with any kind of the karma and jnana. That means 24/7. 24/7 one should do. So Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smarana. That means 64 limbs. Any of the limbs he should do 24/7 for only pleasure of Krishna without any other desires. So this is known as sadhana bhakti, Suddha sadhana bhakti. But if someone is doing in a day 24 hours, if we do for 5 hours, Savanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, and remaining 19 hours, he is doing his karma based upon his body. And even if you offer the result of the karma, so this person is not doing the Suddha sadhana bhakti. This person is doing Misrita bhakti only, karma Misrita bhakti. So, but one should do Suddha sadhana bhakti means he should be what? He should be having the Shraddha. What kind of Shraddha? Dhrida Shraddha. Very strong faith he should have. Shraddha means faith. Strong faith one should have. Without having the strong faith, one cannot do 24 hours, 24/7, so direct devotional services. So he may do some 2-3 hours, 4 hours. If he has the If he has some Komal Shraddha, some weak Shraddha, so maybe 2-3 hours he does, and then after that, maybe 2-3 days he may do 24 hours, and after that he will come out. He will come out from that. And maybe some 2-3 hours he will do, then after that he will be doing the karma. Okay, you're understanding the point? So that's why one should have Shraddha to do Suddha Sadhana Bhakti. Whatever till now I said, is it clear for you? Who asked this question? Who asked this question? How to know that? Mataji, do you remember?
No, no, Prabhuji.
Okay, I'm unmuting everyone. So you can unmute yourself. Who asked those? So tell me.
Hare Krishna. Myself, Prabhu. I'm Tilagavati.
Telagavati, yes. Yes, Mataji, now tell me. Is it clear whatever I said till now?
So, Shuddha sadhana bhakti, it will not be possible for us.
Huh?
Shuddha
sadhana bhakti.
24/7.
Uh-huh.
Can it be possible for a soul like us?
So do you think Suddha Sadhana Bhakti is so cheap?
No, 24/7.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Without any mixture of karma.
Yes, yes. So that's why it's not so easy thing. Becoming devotee is not easy thing. Those who are able to do such a bhakti, then he is a Vaishnava. We are all aspirants to become a devotee. So, we are not yet to become a devotee actually, as per definition of Rupa Goswami.
So Shuddha sadhana bhakti is most toughest. Prem bhakti is better.
Huh?
Shuddha sadhana bhakti 24/7. Prem bhakti is much simpler than Shuddha sadhana bhakti.
You want to say Prem Bhakti is easy than the Sadhana Bhakti?
No, Prabhuji, this is Vatsala.
Huh?
It is not easy to have a Prema Bhakti. You have to have at the topmost level.
Yeah, Mataji, Telugu Mataji. So you should understand that.
There are three types of bhakti. One is Shuddha sadhana bhakti, one is Bhava
why
bhakti.
You are Telugu Mataji, you are speaking?
Yes.
Yes, she's speaking.
Yeah. Tell me.
You said there are three types of bhakti. One is Shuddha sadhana bhakti, one is Bhava bhakti, and one is Prema bhakti. So for beginner, what they should adopt?
They should start the sadhana bhakti. Then after that, it will become to the Bhava, then Prema bhakti.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So that's why one should begin with the sadhana bhakti. Doing sadhana bhakti is not easy. So for that, one should have strong faith. That faith, how he will get? He will get that faith by studying the Bhakti Sastras. That means even someone is saying, that means like how one girl is dedicating to the boy. That means a girl, just by seeing a boy, immediately she will be attracted and she will be surrendering to him.
Yes.
Telaga Mataji. On that moment, will it happen? Huh?
Surrender.
Immediately she surrenders?
No.
What he will check? What she will check?
Qualification.
Qualification, whether he can maintain me or not, whether he is physically stable or not, healthy or not, and his family background is good or not, he is rich or not. All these things she will check or not?
Yes.
Similarly, when Jiva hear about the Lord, immediately they will surrender to the Lord?
No.
They will be getting so many doubts or not?
Yes.
So like a girl is also getting so many doubts. When a boy proposes, immediately she says yes? No. She will be inquiring and she will be knowing about him. She will be testing how much love he is having towards her. So many things she tests. Similarly, when Jivatma heard about the Lord, immediately, that means just when Jivatma is introduced about the Lord, immediately he will not surrender. He will be having so many doubts about the existence of the Lord, about the powers of the Lord, about the love of the Lord, about the potencies of the Lord, about the so many. That means the supremacy of the Lord. Many thought all these doubts he will be questioning. This Jivatma will be getting all the kinds of doubts. All these doubts, how it will be clarified? Who will be clarifying all this?
The boy has to
Sastras.
clarify.
I don't want to hear from many. Oh, I have to hear only from one. Everyone, I think that's what I should meet. Okay, Tilaga Mata, you answer me. So, who is going to clarify all these?
The boy.
The boy, not the boy. In the in the devotee case, I am asking.
The devotee has to find out.
Devotee, from where he will learn all these about the Lord's supremacy,
Scriptures.
abilities, all these doubts, from where he will clarify?
From the scriptures.
From the scriptures. Which scriptures? Bhakti Shastras.
Yes.
That means just by mental speculation, you cannot build a trust on the Lord. Or otherwise, simply someone says, I am Guru and I will be teaching and then you should follow it. Is it going to work? Even he is authentic or not, who will be going to approve? Even Guru is valid or not, who is approving? How do you know he's the right parampara? How do you know he's the right person and I should hear from him only? So that is also doing Sastra only. And who will teach about the Lord? And who will teach about the potencies of the Lord? And who will be describe about the Lord's promises towards the Jivatma? Who is explaining? Shastra is explaining. So that's why when this devotee study the Bhakti Shastras with the mercy of pure devotees, then there is a mercy of pure devotees also needed. So then what will happen? All the doubts will be removed from this devotee, this new person. So then what will happen? Then he will be getting the very strong faith. That means, yes, my Lord will protect me. Then what he will do? He will leave all other engagements related to this body, family, this, that, wife, children, everything he will leave and sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. That means they will be leaving all. When the strong faith, if one gets, then what he will do? He will leave all the so-called activities and he will leave faith on all these activities. And simply he will be fully having faith on the Lord and he will fully surrender to the Lord. Then what he will do? He will be doing the 24 hours Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. You understood?
Yes.
Tilaga?
Thank you so much.
Yes. Next, Paramam, what is it? Paramanandi.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you are explaining very nice and very clarity it is. But according to Bhagavad Gita 7.4, Bhumi Rapo Analo Vaidu Kam Mano Buddhiryevacha. This body is made up of 8 elements. Gross body 5 elements, subtle body 3 elements. For this Chittam, any reference is there, Prabhuji?
Mummy, a Chittam reference 3rd canto 26th chapter.
And also you told that Chittam Samskaram will be stored.
Yes, of course, that is also doing. Chittam soul is storing the samskaras also.
This will be stored in mind, no, Prabhuji. Mind will give awareness.
Mind's role is sankalpa and vikalpa.
That means
accepting or rejecting.
Prabhuji, mind will give like and dislike. Mind's
okay.
duty.
If you take in our example, so now just continue our discussion there. What I was explaining. 1 second. So now the pen photo is captured by that means when Chittam enters and touches this pen, then only the eye will be able to capture the photo of this pen. Then that photo is sent to the mind mind will be transferring that to the ego, intelligence. Then intelligence will be comparing the various photos which are existing in the chittam, and finally intelligence will decide this is a pen's photo. So that's why this object is pen. So that's why this is pen. This knowledge is produced where? In the intelligence. Now, what is the role of the mind? So I like this pen. Liking is because of whom? Liking is because of the mind. And I like. That means the sense of I. That means I like. This sense of I is produced by whom? So false ego. Okay?
Okay, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, one more question I am having. If we are doing any activity towards Krishna, but I am doing that activity not selfless service, I am expecting something that will come under karma or akarma.
So can you repeat again? Sorry, actually I didn't have my earphones, that's why I couldn't hear clearly. Can you repeat again your second question?
I am doing any activity towards Krishna, but I am not doing selfless service. I am expecting something from Krishna. That comes under karma or akarma.
Okay. So see, if you are doing something, means what you are doing? You are doing Savanam Kirtanam, or otherwise you are doing some farming, or otherwise example, Krushi, Goraksha, Vai, that means Varnashram activities. Like Brahmanas, they do the studying of Vedas, Kshatriyas will be ruling the country, and Vaishyas will be producing the grains, and Sudras are doing some kind of activities like making pots. So your activity is what? What activity you are doing? Your question I want to ask more clearly. I want to see your question more clear. Is he doing Shravanam Kirtanam, or otherwise he is doing some activity related to the body? What? Okay, wait.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, if I am doing Bhoga for Krishna, but I am doing Bhoga for Krishna.
Bhoga for Krishna, okay.
But I am not doing with focus. I am serving Krishna like that. I am not doing. Simply okay. I am doing, I am keeping.
So, for example, I am giving some activities by nature, they are devotion. So, example is Shravanam Kirtanam, hearing the Lord's names, chanting the Lord's names, preparing Bhoga for the Lord. These are all direct devotional activities. So, those activities by nature, they are devotional activities. And if you do those things, and if you, that means you chant holy name, and if you desire something out of that activity, so then what we know, that is known as Satvika Bhakti. That is devotional activity, but it is a Satvika, but it is not Nirguna Bhakti. Okay. But when you do a farming and whatever result is coming and you just eat it, the result of that karma, then it is a simply karma. But if you offer that result of that karma, farming result, that means grains, you produce, and if you offer those to the Lord, then this is known as Aropasiddha Bhakti. Okay. Your question, maybe it is looking something you keep in your mind and you might have asked, but it is leading to the so many varieties. You understand?
Yes,
details are there. I cannot give just a one word answer to you. You have to study Bhakti Prakaraha course. Go to the Golokvani channel and refer the Bhakti Prakaraha course, then you will understand. Your question is having the multiple combinations.
Okay.
In details, okay? Mitra Vrinda.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. Please unmute, Mitra Vrinda. Are you there?
Hare Krishna, yes, I am. I am in the office currently, though. And I'll just ask my question later on. I'm a bit involved right now. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Archana Mataji, you have to help me actually. Can you understand her question?
Yeah, Mataji is saying she will ask later.
Okay, thank you.
She said she will ask.
Priyal
she
Mataji.
said, please accept my obeisance.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhuji, I've asked my questions in the chat.
Acha, yeah. Your question, your first question, you remember?
I can read it out, Prabhuji. The question is in the chat, her question.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. The question is that can mistake come under intelligence? That pramad mistake, which is sense.
Yeah, mistake comes under the intelligence. This is the thing you are asking. And first, Mataji was explaining about the pratyaksha pramanam actually. What is the definition of pratyaksha pramanam? So let us see now. Where is this? तथाहि प्रत्यक्षं तावन् मनो बुद्धि इंद्रिय पंचक जन्यतया मानस भेदेन तथा चाक्षुरादिक पंच ज्ञानेन्द्रिय भेदेन च षड्विधं भवेत्. What is pratyaksha pramana? Let us first see this. Pratyaksha pramana I already explained in the previous question also. Pratyaksha pramana is involved actually what? Pratyaksha pramana process, pratyaksha pramanam and pratyaksha jnanam. So for production of, please hear actually little carefully, for production of pratyaksha jnanam, who are involved? So senses are involved. What is that? 5 knowledge senses. And next, mind is involved. And next, intelligence is involved. But we can still we call so pratyaksha jnanam is majorly who is involved in production of pratyaksha jnanam. So that is senses actually. The immediate cause. So from pratyaksha, that means pramakaranam iti pramanam. So prama means pratyaksha jnanam. Pratyaksha jnanam is nothing but is also one of the prama. So for production of the pratyaksha jnanam, who are involved? Senses, mind and intelligence. All these are involved actually. But still we call, who is the majorly cause for this pratyaksha jnanam? Senses. So that's why senses are known as pratyaksha pramanam. For production of pratyaksha jnanam, who is major cause? Senses. That's why we should say pratyaksha. Senses are what? Pratyaksha pramanam. This is clear? Mata, you should be on the line. Whoever, this general rule is, so whoever
Yes,
is asking
Prabhuji,
question, they should stay unmute. Because I want the clarification. That
yes,
it's not that the one way. It's the impersonal way, it's not go actually. Whether you are doing or understanding, how I can know? I should ask the question and you should reply for that.
Yes, Prabhuji, it is clear. Sorry, there was background disturbance.
Yeah, this is clear not till now. So next step. So this is a pratyaksha pramanam. Who is, of course, can you say mind is pratyaksha pramanam here? No. So intelligence is pratyaksha pramanam, you cannot say. Of course, they are involved. So intelligence is pratyaksha pramanam, you don't say. But whoever is immediate cause, that you can say. And but mind is also having the one of the cause, immediate cause. For which objects? For the happiness, distress, hatred, or desiring, liking. For these are all the also sense objects. So these sense objects are pursued by the mind. So in that case, mind is also immediate cause. So these are all the immediate causes for the pratyaksha jnanam. That means 5 working knowledge senses and 1 mind. So total these 6 we call as immediate causes for the pratyaksha jnanam. But intelligence is also needed So, for example, if you decide this object pen is pen, intelligence is also involved or not? Chitta is also involved or not? These are also involved, but still we don't call them as the immediate cause for the pratyaksha jnanam. So that's why we don't call them as pratyaksha pramanam. Pratyaksha pramanam is only senses and mind. Uja, that means immediate causes. This is clear? Now,
Yes, Prabhuji.
now the point is I'm coming to your question. So your question is what? So your question is Brahma Pramada Karna Pada Viprala, committing mistake. So Brahma means illusion. Pramada means committing mistakes. Karna Pada means imperfectness. And Vipralipsa means cheating. These four are there. Where are these four? So that is your question actually. So imperfection is there in the senses, imperfection is there in the mind, imperfection is there in the intelligence also. Because those are all made up of what? Out of simply three modes. And further, illusion. So illusion means, so Brahmit ho jana. That means illusion is there in the senses, illusion is there in the mind. Intelligence also get illusion. So that's it can take wrong decision. Similarly, so mistakes. A mistake. That means I see something as differently. So this kind of mistake is whenever there is imperfectness is there, and in all these, that means mistake can happen through the senses also, mistake can happen through the mind also, mistake can happen through the intelligence also. But all these are involved to generate the pratyaksha jnanam. And otherwise, pratyaksha jnanam is not simply dependent on senses and mind. It is also got involved. It is also having the involvement of intelligence, also chittam also, if you say further. So that's why this imperfectness, illusion, mistakes, and cheating. That means now then there is cheating tendency is there in the intelligence, in the chitta. So that's why these things are available in all these senses, mind, intelligence, and chitta also. And cheating is the senses may not cheat, but cheating you can see that is there in the intelligence. Cheating, that means, and also is there in the chittam. That means cheating is there in the mind. So you can see ultimately the conditioned jivatma is he conditioned jivatma claims himself as what? Himself as this chittam, intelligence, mind, and also ego, all these things. So that's why these parameters, imperfection, these items, imperfection, illusion, mistakes, and cheating are there in all these. Exactly scrutinizingly is not said anywhere actually. So you should understand. That's why the process of production, the process of production of pratyaksha jnanam is involved with these four items: imperfection, illusion, mistake, and cheating. So that's why pratyaksha jnanam is not necessarily every time it is true. It can be yathartha jnanam, or sometimes it can be ayathartha jnanam also.
Yes.
Pratyaksha pramanam means, so senses, but that senses are not independently producing the pratyaksha jnanam. There is a involvement of the mind and intelligence also,
Yes,
and also
Prabhuji.
chittam. So which are the storing places of all these imperfections and illusion, mistake, and cheating. So that's why this process will be producing the pratyaksha jnanam production. That means pratyaksha jnanam, example, if you keep a pen in front of your eyes, what is the pratyaksha jnanam? This is pen. So, so for production of this pen, this is pen. So there is the involvement of the intelligence also. But these are the pratyaksha pramanam is the senses and mind. Their immediate causes are known as pratyaksha pramanam.
So we were talking in context with that, in context with senses.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Rasaragini Mataji. Yes, Mataji. No, your voice is not audible. Rasarangini. Can you take out your earphones?
There's another question, Prabhuji, if you want to take in the meanwhile in the chat.
What Mitravanda Mataji writing? This is best information. Thank you for helping me understand what and why we should be humble like Lord Chaitanya. I didn't understand her comment.
I'm not seeing that, but there's another question here from same Priyal Agarwal Mataji. She's saying, Prabhuji, for Shuddha Sadhana Bhakti, no karmic activity is there. So women have to marry and get a family. How is Shuddha Sadhana Bhakti possible in that?
So how to do Shuddha Sadhana Bhakti? That is a question, Mataji?
Yes, for women. Because you said in Shuddha Sadhana Bhakti there is no karmic activity. But women have to marry and have a family. How can they do Shuddha Sadhana Bhakti? How is it possible for them?
So like how means, you see, one can do externally so-called activities, family activities, but their heart always, their mind, their ears and their tongue always vibrating the Lord's names, and they try to hear. So whatever the names they are uttering, and they hear those through their ears, and they think about the Krishna. Even externally they are doing the household activities. Like in the case of the gopis, they might be doing so many household activities, but their mind is and their tongue always chants the Krishna's names. Even while sweeping the floor, while cleaning the pots, while cooking, while washing the clothes, all the time, like this. Externally they might be doing. Yes. Rasarangini Mataji, finally you were able to, yes?
I changed my device, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Just a quick doubt on Shastra Praman, Prabhu. Overall, Shastra Praman, what we are telling is whatever Shastras are telling is accurate. Now, the doubt is even through spiritual, so we will follow a spiritual guru to follow the Shastras for our understanding. Now, there are certain, not versions, same Shastra, when there are two statements, it is very confusing. So, which one to take? For example, demigods, I'm just giving an example. Demigods, we don't have to worry. We can pray to Krishna, whatever is our need. I'm not even getting into Suddha Sattva. I'm talking about even if I want ice cream, I will ask Krishna for that. So this is one. On the other side, we also say that demigods we should respect. So if there is a demigod temple, should we go inside and respect, or should we not even bother to get in and walk? So these are things which are very confusing, Prabhu. Can you help me with this?
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
See, there are so many Shastras are there and giving the variety of the instructions, and there also there is a supreme. Like in our country also there is a prime minister, there is a chief minister, and there is district collector, and there is mandal in the mandal level also some in charge, and then after that in the village level sarpanch. Like that we have many authorities.
Sure.
And sometimes there is a conflict between the two authorities. So, but whom we should follow? The supreme authority we should follow. So similarly,
Yes,
there are so many shastras. That means there are the levels of authorities they are possessing.
Huh.
But who is the supreme authority? Among the shastras, who is having the supreme authority? That is Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's why we are going to discuss in this course. Srimad Bhagavatam is the supreme authority. Among the shastras also, the Bhagavatam is the highest authority, and whatever he says, even others they say something else, that overruling of those things can be done by the Bhagavatam. For that, what we have to do? We should establish Bhagavatam as the highest authority. That we will do.
That I'm clear, Prabhu. But in Bhagavatam itself, these two statements are coming, no, Prabhu. Whatever both the statements I told, both are from Bhagavatam, which is where is my understanding wrong? Or that was my challenge. I understand. Highest authority is Bhagavatam. I'm not having a doubt on that. But within Bhagavatam, it's
contradiction. What example? Tell me.
Not contradiction. My understanding, contradiction in my understanding. Like one side, Krishna is everything. We will, water the root. So we will, even if I need an ice cream, I will ask Krishna only. I'm just not even getting into, Suddha Bhakti. I'm talking about a very low level Bhakti. Now, on the other side, we are also telling in Srimad Bhagavatam itself, wherein demigods are part and parcel of Krishna, and we have to respect them. So if there is a temple, temple for the demigod, should we worship? Not worship in the sense not ask anything. Should we, like how we tell hello to our uncle, should we go and tell hello to Shiva or Ganesha, or should we just ignore and go? That itself is not clear. Base itself.
Yeah, so that's okay. Respect them, no problem. But it's not the meaning of worshipping. Like a woman worships her husband and she respects other men.
Got it, Prabhu. Very clear, Prabhu. Yeah. So some of them don't even enter the temple, no, Prabhu, because they give that story, which is where I get confused. Some say this is a rule, so we will not even enter the demigod temple. So is that the right approach, or going in and telling hello and coming is the right approach? That is where I'm getting confused in Shastra.
Yeah. So we don't unnecessarily enter into the other's house, and we don't say hello to others. Other wife's husband, hello, like that is not necessary. But anyway, it happens by chance on the road while you are going. By chance it happens, then we say hello.
Clear, Prabhu. Perfect. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thanks a ton for the clarity. Hare Krishna.
How is going your listening?
Listening going on, Prabhu. Increase now. Krishna willing and your blessing.
So you are hearing some courses, or?
I am this one. Currently, I am hearing this one. Whatever you're doing, the Shastra Praman.
Previous course, Bhagavad Gita you finished?
Bhagavad Gita, I had messaged you, Prabhu, that English, your Bhagavad Gita, I had messaged you, you said the Telugu one is over. So if the English is there, I would like to join.
Okay.
You have the details of that, Prabhu, yours, or, to be on live class.
Okay. Any other questions?
Thank you, Prabhu. You have the English one. Can you share, Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Is it
now
going
only
to
6 chapters I have actually in English. And you have Bhagavatam also, you can start that. And also Sandarbhas are also there. Bhagavad Sandarbha is there. Krishna Sandarbha, you can start that.
Sure, Prabhu. Can you share the link in this group also, Prabhu?
Okay, you can see in the Golokwani channel playlist, you see. Go down, there are so many playlists are there.
Yes, Prabhu, but do you have a live session also? Because I can ask questions in your playlist.
No, live session I don't.
You don't have a playlist. I'm following, Prabhu. That I'm doing. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Meenakshi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Danvat Pranam. Yeah, very, very nice session. And yeah, though it is a little bit difficult, but still trying to understand the concepts as I'm having poor fund of knowledge. But always one thing is bothering me. This Atma is Puratana and Sanatana. And all the souls are here, and they are created in this material creation. And I'm a bit confused about it, why we are here and why we are suffering. And apart from that, for realization, we are brought here, and how it can be a Puratana and Sanatana and Paramatma also, and qualitatively both are same and quantitatively differs. And yeah, why Krishna has created all these jivas here and different planets, and after purification he's taken back, and yeah, it's many doubts bothering from my mind.
Okay.
And some Vedas says, everything is saying that we are also the part and parcel of Krishna. Yeah, and one time they are saying that Krishna is he is creating, he is destroying, he is doing everything. He is himself doing homa, and he himself putting all his limbs in homa yajna and everything. I just read and heard from somewhere, even Purusha Shuktam also. Yeah, I'm a bit confused about it. Yeah, though it's a big concept, but still, I thought like you're the best one. I get a very good answer.
Yeah.
Yes, just take it.
So, yeah, of course, it's out of topic, but yeah.
Topic, sorry.
Yeah. So the
If you
point
can,
is, you see, Puratana and Sanatana, what you heard, can you just express your understanding?
yeah, because this soul is always there. There is no beginning and ending, and it is Puratana. It cannot be destroyed, and all these things. Nainam Chinnanti Shastra Nainam Hati Pavakaha, and part and parcel of Krishna. Yeah, there is no beginning and ending. They are not
Is there any
generated.
difference between Puratana and Sanatana, as per your understanding?
Puratana means they always they were there, and still they are continuing, and in the future also they're going to continue.
And Sanatana?
Sanatana all the times, they exist all the times.
Is there any difference between Puratana and Sanatana, as per your understanding?
Yeah, so almost looks similar. Yeah.
Anyway, so just I want to know what is your understanding between Puratana and Sanatana, but there is no point of Puratana Sanatana here. Anadi. You should remember the word Anadi.
Okay.
Okay. Anadi means no Adi, no beginning. Jivatma, Lord, and also this Prakriti, they don't have any beginning. This Prakriti, that means this Maya, Mahamaya, and also Jivatmas, and Lord and his internal potency. These are all Anadi. What is the beginning date for the Lord? Do you know? When Lord started appearing? Huh? You
There
don't
is no
know?
beginning date. Yeah.
No beginning date. Why?
So scripture saying that he's Sanatana, he's Adi Purusha.
No. Sanatana is different. Say, you should know Anadi.
Anadi. Yeah, Anadi.
Anadi means no beginning date.
No beginning. And
who is saying to us this point? Sastra is saying. Yes?
Yeah.
Vedas are saying, Sastras are saying.
So how can we understand?
Sastra is also saying.
Anadi means, how can we understand that concept, Anadi? Yeah, even soul
Anadi
also.
means no beginning.
No beginning, yeah.
No beginning, beginningless. So that means, like you have in the mathematics, you know mathematics.
Yeah, little bit, yeah.
You might be you might have even basic mathematics you might be knowing.
Yeah.
So in the mathematics also we have now the present instant is a t, and when we take birth, so maybe take it as 0. But if you see, we think this period only, we think so our life period. But even the before 0 also you have this side minus infinity, and similarly this side is also going. This is a plus infinity.
Yes.
Like if you take a graph e power minus t, you know this. What is the curve shape?
Curve shape.
This is if you take, this is y is equal to e power minus t. If you take y axis, this is, and this is the time axis t. And how the e power minus t? Can you draw this graph? It go like this.
Yeah.
how it go?
Yeah, down. Right.
When it will
Right
touch
side.
the
It goes
t-axis.
downwards on right side.
Yeah. So when it will touch the t-axis?
At infinity point.
At infinity point. Ananta. That means there is no ending.
End.
Yeah. Similarly, so when it is going to touch the y point, there also there is no. So it's the infinity.
Infinity point, yeah.
That means even in our day-to-day life, we are using these expressions and we are using the term infinity or not. Similarly, there is a minus infinity.
Okay.
In this negative direction.
Negative direction, yeah.
Now you are in your cycles. That means now you are in this period. Some period.
Yeah.
So, and now we are trying to understand what happened in the past. But it is infinite. That means, what is the ending of this line? When it will end? If you keep on drawing. No, there is no ending.
No ending.
Similarly, that is known as no beginning.
Yeah.
Now you are in this instant, and now you cannot understand, you cannot calculate what is minus infinity. You might be keep on drawing this line, and when it is going to end, there is minus infinity. Similarly, when it is going to end this curve and touching this, it is also plus infinity. So then how we are in the day-to-day life with mathematics, we are using the plus infinity, minus infinity. Similarly, in the Sastra, there is anadi word is there. Anadi means there is no beginning. No mathematician will be is questioning, tell me the exact date when this curve is going to touch this t-axis. If you ask the mathematician, what he will say? It is infinity. There is no ending.
He will say infinity, yeah.
Similarly, in the same way, anadi means no beginning.
Yeah.
Why we are struggling, now Jivatma, which is covered with the avidya, and now you are thinking with what? You are thinking and understanding with what? With your mind and intelligence. So using your intelligence and your mind, you are trying to know about the beginning date and the existence of the Lord. And your mind and your intelligence, whatever these elements, these are all made up of what? These are made up of three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. By using these three guna, that means the elements which are made out of the sattva, rajas and tamas, using these things, you are trying to understand the creator of this sattva, rajas and tamas. So what I want to say now, Jivatma from Anadi, it is in this conditioned state. And some Jivatmas from Anadi, they are in the liberated state.
Okay.
That means there is no beginning for them. You cannot put a single date, you cannot put a single point on that day. Jivatmas, because of this mistake, these are all sent to the material world and these are all kept in the spiritual world. So on that day, this thing happened. Like that you can say? You can't say. The word Anadi is rejecting that kind of thinking. What I want to say, our Sastra is saying about Jivatma, it is Anadi. That means some Jivas are there in this material world from Anadi. And some Jivas are there in the spiritual world, Anadi. That means Nitya Baddhas and Nitya Muktas.
Okay.
Now you will ask, next question, why some are Nitya Baddhas and why some are Nitya Muktas? Yes, this is the question, na? But we say, when onwards these Jivatmas are there in this material world? Anadi, I said. Anadi means what I am saying? No beginning.
No beginning. Yeah.
No beginning.
No karma
beginning.
also, na? No karma. Huh? No karma.
Karma is also anadi. Karma is also anadi. Like how Lord is anadi, Jivatma is anadi, Prakriti is anadi, karma is also anadi.
Okay.
You cannot demand by using this your material mind what is that beginning date. So what mistake I did and why I kept in this material world.
Yeah.
This is your question, na?
Yes.
Your mind is always searching for this. Why some jivas are there in the spiritual world and why I am here?
Yeah. Why I am in conditioned state. Yeah.
Why I am in the conditioned state?
When I'm
And
going to
what I
finish
did
karma.
actually on that
Yeah.
day, what happened? But what
Yeah.
Sastra is saying that chup ravatum. I am saying it is anadi. That means there is no beginning date. But your mind is questioning, your intelligence is questioning all the time. No, I want to know on that day what happened. And Sastra is saying that no, you don't ask any beginning date. There is no one instant. If you say, now you are making sadi, you are asking the beginning point. And
Yeah.
Sastra is saying that there is no beginning point.
There is no beginning point. Yeah.
And if there is if you are asking question that why I am here, that means you are indirectly or directly you are asking what? Beginning point you are asking.
Yeah.
Beginning point for this material world. Beginning point of beginning date for the existing in this material world. But Shastra is saying that Anadi, why you are asking me? Like that Shastra is saying. Like example I am giving. So some person, some boy is asking this e power minus t curve is reducing, and it will be reducing, it is coming close to the t axis. And this boy is asking. So this process, e power minus t is a process, na? This process is the reduction process. When it will go and touch the t axis, then scientist is saying that hey, it is infinity. There is no going. There is no point. No, there is no time. You cannot find when this e power minus t is going and touch. It will not touch the t axis. But boy is asking, no, it is reducing means someday it will go and touch. But he is saying that it will not touch. It is infinite.
Okay.
For mathematics, you are accepting, but for the spiritual science, you don't accept.
Yeah. Then why I'm getting this type of idea? From where it is coming?
Because of your ego.
Okay.
And you want to, by using your small faculties, by using your material mind and intelligence, you want to know the state beyond the time. Our mind and intelligence always function in the time domain and the space domain. You're understanding? If anything you think, it is always in the time domain. If you make one sentence, can you make a simple sentence? Can you make a simple sentence? Speak out some sentence.
Yeah. So I like to offer sweet to Laddu Gopal.
I like to offer a sweet to Laddu Gopal. I like this sentence is involving the time or not?
Yeah.
Which time?
Indirectly. Yeah, indirectly.
Indirectly, no. I like, I will like. I like is what?
Yeah.
It
Present
is a
tense.
present tense.
Present tense.
I like means past tense. I will like means future tense. That means, can you make one sentence without time?
No.
That means your mind is always working in what?
Time.
Time domain.
Time domain. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Lord and the Jivatma is beyond the time.
Okay.
Anadi word is beyond the time.
Beyond the time.
There is no beginning means no. So now can you understand that state of the Jivatma through this mind, which is always work in the time domain?
Yes.
You can't understand. That's why when your mind goes beyond the time domain, that means when it will become fully spiritualized. Then it will understand what is anadi. Everything you cannot understand with this mind now.
Yeah.
Because your mind is it is a limited material. Like can you use a lamp to see a sun? Can you use a simple lamp to see sun?
Yeah, no, it won't be possible.
So, like your mind is like a lamp, and the Lord and the existence of the Lord beyond the time is also like that.
Okay.
And you are using this limited, small material, some matter is given to you to this conditioned jivatma, which is covered with the avidya. For that, little mind is given, and using this mind and intelligence, you want to understand the existence of the Lord.
The whole,
whole thing. You want to bring everything into under the intelligence, under the logic.
Yeah.
That is a foolishness.
Yeah.
So you cannot understand now. So that's why Sastra is the pramana. And Sastra, if you understand Sastra is the highest authority than my intelligence.
Yeah.
The purpose of this course is we want to establish Sastra is a higher authority than your intelligence and mind.
And our intelligence and mind, yeah.
And Sastra gives something, and if it says that it is anadi, then you have to accept blindly that.
Accept it,
because it is more authority than your intelligence and mind.
More authorized, yeah.
Because it's more authorized. So now the main important point is establishing authority, highest authority of the Sastra is the most important thing. That if you did, then you simply follow that.
Yeah.
Then everything just to follow, and it is also guiding you how to realize everything. So just follow that. And it is saying some are axioms you cannot understand. Anadi means no, there is no further debugging here, further digging. There is no further digging, unnecessarily wasting time. Because something which is beyond, like a small child is asking when this e power minus t is going and touching the minus t axis. Yeah. Logically, if you see it is reducing, it one day it will reach and touch this, but it's infinite, means there is no ending, there is no infinite means what? There is no
ending.
Is it clear something?
Yeah, very clear. Very clear.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Samarpita.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, I'm from a different congregation. I'm from Bangalore. The class is extremely knowledgeable, and I'm so fallen that I'm not able
Mataji, Archana Mataji, I want your help because voice is a little low for me.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? I think my volume was low. Yeah. I'm from Bangalore. It's called Bangalore, and the class was extremely knowledgeable. The points that was given in the Shastra was explained very clearly, but my knowledge is very poor, and my intelligence is also not up to the point. So I'm able to get a feel of it, but I'm not able to get the bigger picture. So, and I see that your congregation, the knowledge levels are very high. I mean, knowledge levels are like kind of very different to what I've heard. It's a very different perspective. So I would like to ask for any link you can share with me so that I can do a lot of shraddha to understand more. And yeah, this is my first question. And my second question is like, Prabhuji, previously you were saying that Mataji, how can they do Shuddha Bhakti, even though like they are having family commitments and all? You are saying that they can just think in their mind always about Krishna. Whatever they are doing, they can just think about Krishna, and in that way they can try to reach that point. Yeah, but what about working woman then? So we have to focus little bit on work also. So how do we deal with this? Thank you, Harik.
Yeah. First question, Archana Mataji, first question is last point I couldn't understand.
Mataji is saying that your knowledge level
Okay, that is okay. That's I understood. But question is what?
She's saying, can you share any links so that I can match up with, where she can build her Shraddha and so that she'll be able to understand better what is being taught here. Can you share any links?
Okay, visit the Golok Vani channel. There are the courses are there. First you hear Bhakti Prakaraha course. Then after that you hear the Shraddha and Sharanagati. Then after that you hear Sadhu Prakaraha. If you follow and also you understand, I try to hear Jivatma course. Try to hear these 4 courses in Golok Vani channel. Playlist you can go. Okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
First Bhakti Prakaraha. Note it. Bhakti Prakaraha. So next is Shraddha and Sharanagati and Sadhu Prakaraha. Or otherwise you can hear ISKCON Dwaraka. ISKCON Dwaraka Madhuri Kadambani. This series classes. ISKCON playlist name is like that. ISKCON Dwaraka Madhuri Kadambani. There you can catch up these so many things. But you have to do a very lot of hard work actually. It's not a easy thing. Will not come like just. It's not a cakewalk. And your question also, second question, is not a simple answer. When you hear, that means how the consciousness will evolve actually towards the pure devotion. That you have to understand actually. Developing faith means what? And how one can become a pure devotee, even if she is a woman and doing the household activities. So all these things you will understand. Main focus is that only. Your second question only is the main focus of all these courses. These 4 courses, so will be making you mature enough to understand your question and understand the answer of your second question. These 4 courses will help you so to understand answer for the second question. Second question answer is not a one word answer or one line. First of all, you should understand what is pure devotion. You should understand the qualification for the pure devotion is a Dhrada Shraddha. What is Dhrada Shraddha? You should understand. That you will understand in Madhuri Kadambani classes. In ISKCON Dwarika for the Brahmacharis, ISKCON Dwarika, there you can find several classes are there. There you will understand. First of all, you should understand these concepts. Then your understanding is clear about these things. Then how to practice also you'll be getting. That whole preparation of your consciousness will be happening by hearing these classes.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It's Goloka Vani, right? Goloka Vani. It is a
I'll
YouTube
write in the chat. Okay, I'll write here in the screen. Like this. Golok space Vani.
Prabhu, you're sharing your paint screen. I can see a paint screen of it.
Huh?
I can. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a Google link or it's a YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. Okay, in the group we will share today. Okay, next first is for quick if you want to get the quick understanding, so ISKCON Dwarika.
Oh, ISKCON Dwarika. This also use YouTube link.
Playlist this is.
Okay. Prabhu, y'all are taking the classes from ISKCON Dwaraka. Y'all are from ISKCON Dwaraka congregation.
So Brahmacharis.
No, she's asking, are you from ISKCON Dwaraka congregation?
I am from the entire universe. I go and teach in everywhere. I come to Bangalore also. ISKCON Whitefield also is there actually. ISKCON Whitefield and Brahmachari classes. There you go and see. There is maybe some 3-4 classes are there. So we'll send Archana Mataji will send link to you. You just ping her, and she will send to you. She will guide. That means these 2 links. Mataji, can you do that?
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll do.
Prabhuji, your good name.
Huh?
Prabhuji,
Mataji.
your good name. Your name,
What she's
Prabhu?
Your name. What is your good name?
Acha, my name I don't know, Mataji. you will come to know actually yourself. Okay. This is a very bad question. You should not ask the person directly. Your teacher and you're asking what is the good name.
Prabhuji's name is His Grace Venugopal Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, anyway, no problem. Just kidding you. Okay, any questions? Further questions? Please let us know.
Prabhuji, there's one question from Shampriya Mataji.
Yes.
She had to leave, but she left a message. So I'm reading it out to you. She's asking, if let's suppose there are no samskaras in Chittam. If there are no samskaras in Chittam, how our intelligence will decide about the object, and
it will not decide.
From nirvikalpa to savikalpaka, how it will happen, she's asking.
It will not decide. Because if there is no impression, that means some new object, very new object is kept in front of your eyes. And if the impression is not at all there, and you cannot recognize that, what is the object of that? So that's why that means siksha. That means elderly people who knows already about that object, they will be showing to you, oh, this is known as pen. This is known as pen. Like for small children, you'll be showing an object and you will also saying that this is pen, this is pen, this is pen. When it is done, that child, so eyes and mind and chitta is printed with this object photo, and also the name along with that. Then in the next time, whenever he see this object, then he'll identify, his intelligence will identify this is pen. So that's why we should teach. That means impressions has to be formed.
Yes. One more question, Prabhuji, from Priyal Agarwal Mataji. She's saying, how is the human brain related to the mind? For example, we see something and the signal is sent to brain via nerves. How is this connected with the mind, she's asking.
Okay. That means she is trying to understand mind and the brain. That's the gross substance.
Yes.
Brain is medha. Medha means what? Is just a fat. It is just an accommodator of the mind, intelligence, and chitta all. But that is not mind actually. That is not the intelligence. These are all subtle bodies. This medha is prepared by what? Is prepared by the Pancha Mahabhutas. And mind is prepared by what? Mind is prepared by the Satvika Ahankara. And this medha is prepared, Pancha Mahabhutas, and Pancha Mahabhutas are coming from where? Tamasika Ahankara. Entirely two different things. Just mind, intelligence, false ego, and chittam, these are all different. So that's why she's there or just left. To whom we are teaching? If they are not there, then
she typed the message in the chat. So
oh, it's a very long back. They left now already. Leave it.
Okay.
If person is not there, no problem.
Okay. Meenakshi Mataji is saying you have registered but didn't receive confirmation. Okay, I'll check, Mataji. You're not in the group.
Oh, Macha, Priyal Mataji is there actually.
Yes. So that was her question only about
Okay,
brain.
okay. Okay, Mataji. So you are there, then we'll continue your question. If question owner is not there, why we have to? That's why. Okay, let me explain. See, try to understand the sastric way of analyzing the body. We are very much that means habituated to analyze the things based upon the modern science actually. Modern science is not a complete science. First of all, you should understand. In the modern science, so there is no complete explanation of everything. Like example, if you ask modern science, what is consciousness? What is soul? What is awareness? What is the difference between the awareness and consciousness? And what is the intelligence item? So they don't know all these things. They know only the gross elements only, gross elements. So, but these are all very subtle elements. So that's why you should go the explanation which is given by the Bhagavatam about this body creation. This body is prepared by what? Subtle and gross bodies it is having. That means Jivatma, which is covered with the avidya. Even modern science, there is no analysis of avidya. So there is no idea of avidya, and also there is no idea of karma also for them. And they are very vague analysis. The modern scientists, modern doctors. So that's why their way of analyzing the body is not perfect actually. Maybe something is matching. So in a gross way, but in a full details they cannot. So that's why what I can answer you at maximum. So see the creation, how it happens. First of all, Prakriti will be there. So that is with the three modes. Then after that, when the Lord glances on it, Karnano Sai Vishnu, it is giving the Mahat. So first Mahat comes, and from Mahat, so false ego comes. Ego comes, Ahankara. So then Ahankara is a threefold actually. It's a three types. That means Tamasika Ahankara, Rajasika Ahankara, and Satvika Ahankara. Tamasika Ahankara is going to give 5 subtle elements. That means 5 subtle elements are what? So sound, taste, touch, form, taste, and smell. And also the Tamasika Ahankara is further giving 5 gross elements like sky and air, fire, water, earth. And Rasika Ahankara is giving 5 working senses and 5 knowledge senses and also intelligence. And Satvika Ahankara is producing the mind and controlling deities of all the senses. That means 5 working senses and knowledge senses, intelligence, mind, and also Mahat. Mahat's portion is only the Chitta. So that's why our body is made up of what? So first Jivatma is there and it is covered with the avidya, and it is so covered with first false ego, this one, and also Chitta, this is Chitta, and intelligence and mind. Intelligence is coming from the Rasika Ahankara and mind is coming from the Satvika Ahankara. Chitta is Mahatattvam, which is cause for the Ahankara. And then after senses, knowledge senses. So senses are coming from the Rasika Ahankara. And then after that, gross body. Gross body is made up of so 5 gross elements: sky, air, fire, water, and earth. So these are the causing the gross elements. Your brain is part of the gross body only. Brain is not a subtle body at all. This is just brain is made up of medha. Medha means what? Fat. That's why if you drink cow milk, that finer fat will be increased so that brain will be nourished. So here brain will be the accommodator of this subtle body. That means these indirectly are technically in the Sastra we don't see the word brain actually. Sastra describes, that means the kidney, lungs, this and that, everything is made up of what? Gross elements only. Our kidneys, our lungs, our liver, our this brain, these are all made up of gross elements and gross elements, gross body, and this gross body is made up of 5 gross elements. And whatever we are discussing, that means cognition, to know about the object, who are cause, senses, mind, intelligence, and chitta. These are all very different elements. So, truly speaking, in Bhagavatam, we don't see any connection of mapping like this. Maybe, I don't know, in Ayurveda, but definitely brain is a gross element and mind is a different thing. Now you are saying in the nirvikalpaka jnanam, then nerves are carrying the information and giving to the brain. So how this medha, brain, is connected with the mind, you might be studying in the Ayurveda maybe. So how this mind, this is a subtle element which is made up of satvika ahankara, is having a connection with the object which is made up of gross elements. So how they are facilitating, that might be in the Ayurveda Sastra. But in the Bhagavad it is not there. So I didn't study Ayurveda so deeply.
Okay, thank
Okay?
you, Prabhuji. Yes,
This much only I know.
thank you very much.
Yeah. But you should understand, so those are all only accommodators. Like example, I will give one more example to you. I means what you say. You might be saying I means this socket, this ball. This is not I actually. Sastra will not accept this is I. So example I am giving, in this I is made up of 5 gross elements. This socket, this ball. In that ball, there is a very subtle, that means invisible portion will be there. Kesha Taragravarti. That means very insignificant, that means there is very subtle, very small, very subtle element will be there. So that is known as the I actually, which is not at all visible. But we say just a ignorant person, we are being ignorant of the what is the sense I, or the knowledge sense I, we think this is I. In general, everyone we use I means this only. But Shastra is not accepting this is I. There is very subtle, which can be leaving this body after death. This I is leaving the body and going along with the mind, along with the soul. So that's why manasasthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. When soul leaves the body, who is going along with him? So manasasthani indriyani, mind and also indriyas, total 6 indriyas going. That means mind is also going. Mind means you should take there. So mind only, not only mind, intelligence, chitta also you should take, and also false ego. All is referred as simply as mind, and also sasthani indriyas, 5 other senses. Total 6 means another 5 are, so eyes, ears, they are also leaving the body. But we think I is still in the gross body. That is our gross understanding. But I means not this gross socket. This gross ball is not the I. So there is a one subtle thing is there. Similarly, brain means we think that brain is only is thinking and feeling. But there is a subtle element is there, mind, which is actually say subtle body. That means heart is here. That not the physical heart, but there is a just if you that means this much height. If you go from your nabi, that means from the navel, this much height. So if you go, there will be the heart actually. That means subtle body will be there, and that is having a connection with the brain. Brain is a facilitator, but it is not exactly brain is doing the things. So similarly, we think I is seeing, ignorant person thing, but there is a one subtle element that is really I. Okay, something like that. Any other questions? Oh, 10 o'clock. Yeah, this is Sastra Pramanam course. Sastra Pramanam means 1.5 hour class and 1.5 hour questions. Every time it happens like this only. Even previously we did in English for common, that means common classes, and also in Telugu. So at least they will be asking 1.5 hour, 2 hours questions. It's a good. Any questions for anyone? Rasaragini Mataji, you are still raising your hand, or it was like that?
Sorry, Prabhu, it's still like that. I'll reduce it. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Down it.
Yeah. Very, very sorry.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Arcanabhakti Mataji, so you are ready. You are welcome to close the class.
Thank you so much, Venugopal Prabhu, for answering all the questions. And thank you all dear devotees for joining today. So I will be sending you the notes soon. And then please read and we'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Hare